Now we start. What's up? What's going on? It's your friend Brian with another episode of the Spaghetti Western Jamboree, where what do? Talk about spaghetti westerns, of course. Tonight we're talking about one of the all-time great classics. We're talking about the second installment in the legendary $/Man with No Name trilogy. It is not the sequel, but the prequel, actually, to Fistful of Dollars. Now, when the Italians started making westerns in the late 50s, early 60s, they were largely mocked by American critics and by Hollywood. There were little documentaries, little stories about, oh, look at the Italians, they're making westerns. Look at that, isn't that goofy? Silly Italians making westerns. What are they thinking? Remember, the term spaghetti western is a pejorative. It's negative. It's a diss. And they stopped laughing in 1964 when Fistful of Dollars came out, starring a relatively unknown actor by the name of Clint Eastwood. It was a remake of a Akira Kurosawa movie called Yojimbo, which means literally bodyguard in Japanese. And it completely turned everything upside down. Suddenly, Hollywood wasn't laughing anymore. In fact, they eventually ended up investing in and making spaghetti westerns themselves. That is to say, working with Italian production companies and crews to make westerns in Almeria, Spain, usually with American stars in them. Tonight's movie is, look, man, if you haven't seen the Dollars trilogy, I don't know what you're doing with your life. But look, that's what you got me here for, is for me to turn you on to this stuff. You can watch a free unedited version of for a few dollars more by clicking on the link below. It is currently on YouTube in an unedited version. And I don't know how much longer it's going to be up there. These things have a tendency to disappear, but that's okay. What can I say? this is just an awesome movie, and you just absolutely can't go wrong. Most people, when it comes to the Dollars trilogy, will name The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly as their favorite. I love them all, but I think this one, for a few dollars more, is actually my own personal favorite. I just think it's an incredible movie. Leone, of course, just an incredible filmmaker, and here just absolutely at the peak of his abilities, at the peak of his talents. But enough of my yakking. Let me bring on my co-host. I see he's in the back room. What's up,
What
Matt?
up, man? How you doing?
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh, man, just been a little under the weather for the past, I don't know, since Juneteenth.
Oh, God.
Been watching the presidential debate, watching watching Trump fuck Biden up a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. What's up with you?
Well, I mean, look, if it wasn't for the stream, I'd be watching that train wreck too. Right?
Yeah, it's gonna, you can rewatch it later. It's popcorn and beer,
Yes.
Yeah, it's an hour. It's gonna be an hour and a half, dude. So it's gonna be a pretty hefty one. You're trying to get Kennedy on there, but he's not on there. So.
Oh no! Yeah, no. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, but Trump is very reserved, dude. He's not fucking talking shit or nothing like over people. He's not talking to them. They shut off his mic,
Oh wow! Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, so far they're handling it pretty legit from so far,
Right, and then it's gonna get a little cray.
Well, so far, I think Biden is the first one that fucking started kind of tripping hard on him, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna fuck this fool up now,
Did they give him? I mean,
he's fucking. He's juiced up. Right? He's juiced up,
right?
He's juiced up, but he's still stumbling and getting confused a little bit. But he's fucking juiced. If that's him, I don't know.
Right? Maybe it's an animatronic.
No, I mean, like sometimes they wear masks, dude. Like Pelosi and a lot of them, like they have. I mean, like in Mission Impossible 3, that was fucking 20 years ago, right, or something like that. Yeah. And like those masks, every motherfucker on TikTok has them now, where you could look like any motherfucker out there. You just put on a mask.
Pretty intense.
I could put on a mask and I'll look like fucking Shaq, bro, and you won't even know.
I know. It's cool.
White skin and like,
yeah, right, no. They're made out of silicone.
Like, there's pictures of them, dog, where like you see the fucking eyelids underneath, and then there's like big old like chunks of skin all pinched up on fucking Biden. Like there's a bunch of different Bidens too. There's some where he has this fat fucking nose, like up in the top. It's like, dude, it's different people. I'm sorry. It's like when I could my eye, the primal, my eyes can just tell. Just like when I'm seeing CGI or like practical effects, I can't choose that. It's just my mind knows that's not the same fucking person.
Right. Puts you in the uncanny valley. That's something's up. Man, I get mad when I see that screen test of Willem Dafoe and that Green Goblin mask.
Oh, dude,
Spider-Man. Why didn't they go with that? That thing was fucking creepy.
It was like Rick Baker or someone that did that. Some big dog did that. I forgot who it was because I was just listening to it this week. But yeah, man,
either him or Botine.
It's annoying, like because sometimes I like Spider-Man, dude. Like my son, he loves Venom. That's his favorite character. When I grew up, Venom was one of my favorites. I was really drawn to like the anti-heroes like Venom and Sabretooth, But I love Spider-Man too, man. I still do like Spider-Man when it's done right, And then sometimes I look at that ultimate Goblin. I'm like, dude, that shit's dope, son. Like, it just kind of makes sense, you know what I mean? But like, he's got his tech pumpkin bomb and his tech board and his little suit, But then I kind of like the cheesy fucking cackling goblin from like Grimm's fairy tales or from Europe, riding on that bat fucking glider,
throwing those pumpkin grenades, man.
Yeah, just pumpkin like really grenades. Scary, like
Spooky.
I don't know, man. Like for me, like when I think of Marvel, it's fucking weird. Like I think of Alex Ross and I think of How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. I feel like Marvel kind of a lot of it exists in the 1970s and 60s, and that's one thing I'm kind of like interested or intrigued about is the new Fantastic Four. I know Pedro Pascal is playing fucking fantastic. He gets a lot of roles, but I was talking to my my daughter, dude. I was like thinking we were watching the fucking Fantastic Four movies, and I was like, dude, if these are done right, man, they're fucking good. Like it should be like the family. Like whenever I think of when Marvel's started, like if it would start with that movie. That would be the first movie. Would be like how the family starts. It's a very strong family, and Doom is so fucking. He's so perfect. Like on the opposite side, teeter-tottering the balance of that story.
Greatest supervillain ever.
You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, he's so cool. Like I'd love to see his movie, But
we're never gonna get it. We're never gonna get it. And
I don't think so.
And it's a shame too, because if Disney was still making Disney movies, what would be a more perfect Disney vehicle than the Fantastic Four?
Yeah, like Walt Disney, man, he would have him produce it, you know what I mean, and then have like Rick Baker there. I don't know if Rick Baker was still around. I don't know when Disney died though, but
well,
I'm
thinking more about Disney like post Disney. Like I'm thinking like, you know, when they were starting to get into making PG rated movies, like they had an Animal House ripoff called Midnight Madness, which I've never seen. They did, of course, The Black Hole was the one that they sank like a lot of money into. A lot of people forget that Disney was on the verge of bankruptcy at that time. And in a move of absolute desperation, they said, okay, you know what we'll do just to survive? All right, we give in. We'll release all of our classic movies on VHS.
And Black Hole was a fucking bomb.
Yeah, it did not do well. Didn't do well, but
it was fucking good.
Yeah, no, I love it. I saw it in the theater when I was a kid, and I realized it was pretty dopey, but it was fun.
You guys like Star Trek?
It's not dopier than Star Wars.
I beg to differ because Star Wars is so much more clever, and it is such an interesting mishmash of different genres and influences. You know, Flash Gordon and the samurai movies and
John Carter.
And so much other stuff.
So do you guys like Star Trek?
Dude, Star Trek stands since I was a little boy, man. Classic series all the way.
What about you, Sim? You like Star Trek?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like Star Trek.
I like Next Generation and up.
Yeah, I don't like Star Trek. Like I was in Razorfish chat like over the weekend. Somebody's like, "What Star Trek do you like?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't like I don't like space trekking and exploration. I just never got into it, you know." And I know that like the J.J. Abrams movies were trying to put some testosterone in there and some fucking Star Wars.
Always that testosterone. Fucking Shatner. Shatner fucking laying pipe with all these fucking alien chicks. Spock, the ladies' man. Why was Spock the ladies' man? Because women knew they couldn't have him.
I know. I also enjoyed the remakes.
I like them.
Can't have you.
But it's just like they're okay, but it's just like for me, it's more like I like Lobo. I think Green Lanterns is cool, like superheroes in space, and Star Wars, obviously. Like, but for me, I mean, I respect Star Trek because it's more technical and they're trying to find new, organisms and interact with them, and then there's a drama.
Oh, dude, I'm a Star Wars Chad. I love Star Wars, but I have to admit it is a bit dopey.
Well, here's my attitude towards Star Wars. I liked the first movie. The second movie blew my mind. That's when I was like, okay, now you got me. Now you got me. Now I'm a Star Wars fan. And then Return came out, and then I was like, eh.
That was my jam, though. That's weird. You know what I mean? And like, it was funny too because like you tried to put on the other two, and I was like, damn, this shit's fucking whack. Like this shit's boring as fuck. Like as a kid, though, that's how now I can go back and watch it and be like, eh. But I still like the third one more. But fuck the original trilogy. I like the prequels even more. Fuck
I like
way more.
I can't stand those.
Even with the fucked up CGI and
I really love the prequels. There's a few things I hate. I wouldn't say it's better than the original.
No, I can't stand I understand your perspective, and I'm like totally like in the minority. But for me, like that,
no, it's fine.
My uncle, he went and seen it 15 times, the Darth Maul one, And for me, like it was just fucking magic.
I remember when I bought the DVD. When I bought the DVD, dude, I rewatched that fucking scene like multiple fucking times.
It's so good and epic.
The same thing when the mother of my kid bought the Titanic, the fucking Titanic VHS, right? Yeah. And if you remember, they came in 2 VHS. Mm-hmm. I used to just watch the beginning of the second VHS, and if you know what I fucking mean. It's when the boat crashes.
The big special effects at the time. It was like unreal. But for me, it was like I had Rob Roy, I had Darkman, and then my boy was fucking a Jedi. He was a Jedi in a movie, right? And I was still young. I was like, dude, that's Darkman. He's a fucking Jedi, and he's a master. And then you got Darth Maul, dude. This is fucking awesome. And that's Darth Vader. That little kid over there is Darth Vader. And then they had this cool little they had the pod race scene, and it was unreal, And I'm like,
you have to admit,
motherfucker. But I guess they put him in there for the younger kids.
Darth Maul was a fucking waste.
Well,
Yeah.
Dude, the entire premise, the way they set him up,
yes.
and don't get me wrong, I love it when it's done right. I do it myself. I love to introduce characters, make you think they're gonna be lasting. You know, the cool design, and you're
dude.
like, yeah, he's gonna kick out. Bang, he's fucking dead.
I know. I was like, what the fuck? And I remember my cousin's like, those are tattoos. You know that, right?
For Darth Maul, I'm sorry. It should not have been one of those characters.
No, I agree.
You introduce a guy that's like to the level of fucking Darth Vader.
Yeah, dude. Like,
they tried to do the same thing with Kylo Ren, and sorry,
he made everybody look like a bitch. He made everybody look like a bitch. He fucking bent the whole franchise over and fucking just on his back.
Dude, he took down. He was fighting two of the fucking best fucking Jedis. And see Brian trying to show us some disrespect right there.
No, because you're talking about Star Wars. I'm like,
no, I know.
No. I mean, look.
No, you're right, dude. We shouldn't be talking about it. It's all over.
No.
What do you mean? We shouldn't be talking about a space spaghetti western in space.
Samurai.
Well,
spaghetti western.
Yeah, well, it's just like fuck, dude.
It's a mix of everything, dude.
Like, all over the fucking screen, like
dude. It's not even samurai. It's knights.
Yeah,
it's fucking knights in space, dude. It's technically King Arthur.
Yeah.
A tello. You even admitted that it's a tello.
It's a big round table, though, bro. That's a big round table.
Well, look.
And it is a round table.
When Phantom Menace came out, it was lambasted by critics. A lot of audiences were not happy. Then I saw it on DVD when it came out, and I was like, that was okay. I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was as bad as people said it was. No. Let me put 1 point in your favor, Brian. I agree with you, though. The third one of the trilogy is the weakest one.
I think that's the best one.
But that said,
that's my favorite one.
As an overall, it's the weakest one.
Yes.
Because of the fucking Ewoks.
The motherfucking Ewoks.
Yeah.
It goes way too childish.
Original. Yeah.
Like if you listen to the movie, like the Star Wars part, if you remove the Ewoks, the movie's fucking dope.
Like the beginning? Dude.
Now imagine the third Star Wars, but with Wookiees.
Oh, dude.
Yes,
that's what I'm great. It's like Planet of the Apes with fucking gorillas leading the motherfucking charge.
But that's the thing. That's why I agree with Brian. But that's where I agree with Brian.
The merch.
And again, like like I've told you, man, I love me some Star Wars. Like I was dude, even when I saw the first movie of the fucking first one, I was still defending the fact that maybe we're gonna get something good, the first of the new trilogy. Like I was still going, okay, they're trying to reintroduce our world to the youth. Okay. And she looks like she's gonna be like the daughter of Luke and fucking what's her name, the redhead. I have it blank right now. Please.
That's in the
fucking redhead.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, she's the fucking wife of Luke Skywalker right now. Mara Jade.
Right.
I don't know who that is.
Mara Jade.
It's in the
she's like the fucking best Jedi, like one of the best female Jedi there was. Like she's the wife of fucking. She tries to fucking kill him, and then she turns out to be his fucking wife. She's like a mix of Han Solo that goes Jedi.
Oh shit!
Right.
You never knew Mara Jade?
Dude, nah, man.
Oh, dude, I'm not
that big of a Star Wars fan. I'm just like a movie fan. But I did, like, I was a big movie fan, That was it.
She's the mother of
Clone Wars or nothing.
She married. She's the wife of fucking Luke Skywalker. She has kids.
I know about Dash Rendar and Shadows of the Empire. I played that a bit, and then I don't know. And then like when Episode 2 came out, Attack of the Clones, I was kind of like this is dope, but it's got Christopher Lee in it. He's a fucking G. That's Dracula. That's dope. And it took, but I like Boba Fett, like. And the Fets that kind of grew on me, and so 2 I really liked, and then the third one grew on me too a lot. And I'm like, dude, this is sick. Like they just got better and better. So I kind of like all the original trilogy equal, and yeah. But sorry, Brian, we're fucking
no, it's okay.
Let's get down to the dirt.
I mean, like I said, it's like I understand. It's like people who are Star Wars fans. The way I understand Star Wars fans is they feel about Star Wars the way that I feel about the George Romero Dead trilogy and the
because I feel the same way. Yeah, because I feel the same way about all those movies.
Yeah,
I feel that way.
It makes sense to me because Star Wars to me means the same thing. Like I told you before, when you talk Western, it used to be an inside joke between me and Clint Eastwood. Because to me that was it. To me, the best one was this trilogy. Those 3 fucking movies. With Unforgiven and shit like that. Like those were my movies of what I call like spaghetti western, right? Like I like Unforgiven. I like other.
Well, Unforgiven's
movies,
not a
right?
spaghetti in any way, shape, or form. It's an, if anything,
it's like a note. I always saw it like a note to joy to it, like a wink.
Well, he did. I mean, understand this. One of the reasons why Clint Eastwood became such a great director himself.
It's Tombstone. I love Tombstone.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Okay, it's up there. And there was like other
times.
Westworld to me was also, it was one of the first sci-fi western that I love, because to me it's a sci-fi western.
Which one?
Huh? Westworld.
Oh well, it's Westworld's more of like a horror film.
To me, I see it as a fucking like sci-fi fucking western.
Yeah, it's
a western techno slasher.
Yeah,
is largely inspired. Yeah,
exactly. That's why I love the movie.
And
otherwise, it's just a fucking Terminator.
Right.
Before Terminator.
What up, Edwin? Edwin in the chat.
What up, Edwin?
Yeah. Like I rewatched.
The Ace.
Drop your links, Edwin.
I rewatched the first one and the second one yesterday just for this fucking show.
Edwin's gonna be coming on Saturday. I'm doing a midnight stream. I'm gonna be doing metal movies and Brucey's live. It's the plan. So we talking about the Ace and a bunch of other metal shit. So if you guys want to come, Brian and Sam.
Hell yeah!
Mm-hmm.
Send the invite and I should be there. Real quick.
What is that?
Saturday night at midnight Eastern time.
I should be around.
Okay, yeah, that should be that's after the doing show. Yep.
Let me do a quick self promo. Something I don't normally do. Let me really quickly share
this. Man, it's the Western Jamboree, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. And
are you guys burning up over there? Up there, Sim, and over on the East Coast, Brian? Fucking hot over here, man.
I did. It was pretty cool outside. I went out with my girl.
I got
for a walk and grab a.
I got to rock my wife beater. I don't care.
We went to grab some poutine.
Some poutine?
Poutine.
Some poutine.
I just said it with your English accent. Poutine.
Like Trump. I gotta grab some poutine.
China.
Yeah, Alex a big poutine fiend, and we went out because I needed to go do some some shopping and shit, and going to do something. Nice. And we stopped by one of the best places to grab some poutine in the area.
Damn, you got 14 backers, man. That's sick. Are you fun? You already fucking smashed that funding goal, huh?
Yeah, sure did. And
what was it at? 500?
Well, last night it was about
your funding goal
300.
The funding goal.
I was, when I was on Bancroft, I was like, if this gets funded within the hour, I'm gonna spark this up. Huh? I'm gonna spark this baby up. It's a little cigar.
Why don't you spark it up right now?
So I was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to have a lucid conversation.
Dude, 500 was the funded.
If you spark it up, I'll go take another shot.
One of my favorite movies.
I'll go.
I was asking about the funding goal.
500. Yes. It was 500, Sim.
It was 500.
Hey, Brian, you spark it up. I'll go get another shot, and I'll say stupider shit than you will.
You're gonna make me go smoke it, Gino.
Now I can't even open this. What the fuck?
I haven't smoked in months. I'm gonna have to go and smoke.
Everyone's watching the fucking debate right now.
Exactly.
Everyone's like, "Oh, debate! Oh."
Yeah, and I get it. I don't take that personally.
No,
but
it's all good, though.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Fucking Trump and Biden are debating for the next 35 more minutes.
Oh yeah, I thought Trump never debates. What the fuck happened? Oh, the media says they always wins away, never debates. What?
He's doing new tactics, new style.
Sorry, dude. I'm just.
He's being presidential, isn't he?
I'm just being sarcastic because he's been debating every fucking single one.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Fuck both of those.
And owning them. Let's just be honest.
Those are telling them though, like, hey, dude, just play their game. Don't fucking fly off the handle too much. You can totally tell. Like,
but the thing is, I'm joking because over here, like, I'm not fucking kidding. Most people, all they get and all they hear is the fact that he never debated. Like they really like into that fucking entire ordeal thing. Like he's guilty of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, they just push the shit out on the fucking media. And
like, Hunter Biden. The only thing was because he had a gun. Like, no, dude, he's on fucking camera, fucking a kid.
Yeah.
Yep. And Julian Assange is finally out of prison. That is
fucking
happy.
Sweet.
I
thought you would be happy as well.
Fan is because he didn't free him, and he could have with the stroke of a pen.
Yes and no. It can be more complicated than that.
I know. I realize the president only has so much power, and that the deep state really.
Because maybe you wanted to, but some people got in his way. Like it's the same thing with other things. Like sometimes you have to think that you could do something, but when you get there, there's a bit more things in the way.
Yeah, I don't believe that he wants. He's somebody that's totally self-interested. You know what I mean? He's somebody that's.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, exactly.
This whole Brian.
They're all sociopaths as far as I'm concerned.
Dude. It's all about the ninja.
Yeah.
Ninja that blunt with the light. I'm about to pour another drink.
This is a look. See, it's a cigar.
What do you call that though? Is that the one that you got?
Fraga wouldn't give me a cigar that had maybe something else in it.
You call that a Fraga Boom or what?
There's a Fraga Boom right here.
Damn, son.
Yeah, man. So, in honor of Sergio Leone, in honor of the Six Gun Gorilla campaign,
is there supposed to be weed in that shit?
No, I wouldn't do that. Live on YouTube? Are you fucking kidding me?
Fuck you, dude. You did edibles. You did fucking vape. You did fucking smoke on the fucking live streams.
Oh, man.
But this is from Dan Fraga.
Why do you think I'm asking?
Fraga was.
Why do you think I'm asking?
Black Flag, dude. That book looks fucking sick, bro. I seen some of the art in there.
You told me Aaron gave it to you, or the other one, or something.
No.
Maybe not just a cigar. Dan. Then you said it's from Dan Fraga. Is there weed in it? I'm asking. Why the fuck do you think I'm asking?
Jeez. Dan Fraga would put weed in the cigar that he gives me. No, it's all pure tobacco. I'm sure. Anyway, anybody that's tuning in, especially if you're a spaghetti western fan, I have a western comic. It's a western comic with the freaking gorilla. But it is very well reviewed.
The sequel to Only Which Way, but what was it? Only Which Way, but I forgot the title.
Any Which Way But Loose. Every Which Way But
There
Loose.
You go.
Thinking of. Yes, and then the sequel. Do you know what, Sim? I'm going to put you on the spot. What's the sequel to Every Which Way But Loose?
There's a sequel?
Any Which Way You Can, mofo. Any which way you can.
So there is a sequel. No, but I'm right. That's why the other day I was mixing it. I go, no, it's Any Which Way But Loose. And I thought it was Any Which Way But You Can. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
But the sequel to it is Six Gun Gorilla.
Not exactly.
With his dead and the ape goes ape shit, and he's like, "Fuck you! I'm taking over the fucking world." And that's what this book is all about. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, basically, I'm always surprised at how people don't get this. Really, it's Tarzan turned on its head. Instead of a human that's raised by apes in the jungle, this is about an ape that is raised by humans in the Old West. And he is smarter than your average ape. And he ends up finding himself embroiled in the middle of a revenge Western, basically. And this is a special campaign. People that backed the previous campaign are going to be getting the bonus stuff that's here. There is also an Indiegogo campaign. On Indiegogo, you can get the volume 1 and 2 trade paperbacks. You get both of them, and I knock $5 off. But that's all you can get there. Here, you can get the cool shit. You can get the fly shit.
Fucking goodies.
I've got the volume 2 graphic novel, of course, with the super bitchin' awesome cover by Preston Acevedo. Here's the 2-pack, volumes 1 and volume 2. Also, you can get, if you're a floppy person, you can get issues 9 and 10.
Nice.
I also have a floppy tier. And
wait. Whose cover is that?
That's Dillard's.
Oh, okay. What about the one on the left, though? Going down that one right
this
there.
One?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's by this. Oh God, what's his name?
I don't know, but I recognize the colors.
Not worth remembering.
That looks like Beacon's colors.
No, that's our boy. That's our boy Sim, and this is gonna be the cover of issue
Sim,
number 10.
Fucking sick, bro. You fucking.
I know, isn't it great?
That shit, dog.
Yes. And anybody who is a spaghetti western fan, certainly a hardcore spaghetti western fan and knows their spaghetti western movie posters, will recognize this as a parody of the poster for Day of Anger.
Day of Anger.
Love that fucking movie.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hi,
And then, of
people.
course, there's a digital tier. There's also a floppy pack, floppy tier. And then also you can get, for $45, one of these high-quality deluxe 3D printed 6-gun gorilla figurines. Let me show that off real quick.
That thing is fucking badass, dude.
Yeah, they came out pretty nice.
Hey, Brian,
Oh,
do you ever paint stuff like that?
I haven't painted on resin. I mean, mind you, once you hit something with primer, it's all the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's the thing about that resin. Like that's why I
Smooth.
like the first I think 10 was one resin. Then after that we tried the black one for the limited edition.
I fouled the machine up.
I thought you used to paint models or something like that, Brian.
And then we went ABS resin, and that ABS resin is awesome.
Brian,
Yes.
if you were to let's say if you were to paint one of those, right? Say someone wanted to buy one of those painted by Brian Christgau, how much would you charge him?
I don't know. I don't know if I charge them anything.
Maybe like
You know what I'm
$100,
saying?
maybe $100.
I mean, look. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have to buy. You know, I used to paint shit like this all the time, but then of course my world blew up. I lost my home and all that crap. And
I'm
I
just
lost all
saying,
my
dude.
stuff.
I
So
would love
all
to see
my
one of those painted. Dude. I think that
figurines
would be
and
sick.
gear
I know
and
you
all
can
that.
paint that shit, bro.
I do have my minis though. I do have my
I
minis.
think you should have a painted one up there for $100, dude.
Well, that's
Or
what I'd like to
75.
do, but I'd like to get somebody who's a quote unquote professional.
I know someone, even two.
Ooh, because look, when
Do you remember Mugwai?
Mugwai? Oh yes. Oh,
He is a professional model painter. He's fucking awesome,
dude.
And I could connect you to him if you want.
That sounds great.
So
That sounds great. I've been looking for somebody. I've been asking people the LCS.
He's on my Sim Discord, so I could hook you up.
Oh.
So talk to Mogwai and get a painted one, and then get one that's painted black and white, like noir style.
There's also my bro Dave that used to paint Warhammer minis like a pro.
Like there's so many ways you can paint shit now. You can paint stuff like with the comic book style. You know what I mean? Where it actually looks like it came out of the page. You can paint it authentic, like an actual like. Then you can paint it black and white, like it came out of a noir comic. You know what I'm talking about, with cross hatching and all that shit. Dude.
Well, what's really sick is I've seen people do lighting on these figurines.
Yep.
That is to say, you've got like a Dungeons and Dragons figurine, and you've got like a character that is holding a torch in front of them, and the people can do the torch light on the character's clothing and face.
Oh,
and it's completely insane. So people have taken that shit to the next level. Yeah. So
I think
if
everybody
everybody
art in
gets
this book
one
to
of
the
these,
next level, man. Preston's taking the art in the book to the next level, man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
That's sick.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, it's fucking Preston. He demand for sure. Everybody who backs gets one of these wanted posters by Adrian Sabar.
Hell yeah.
And my boy, and one of these 6 a.m. stickers. And this is not going to be a little sticker because the one that I had for a previous campaign was too damn small. So this is going to be a nice fat sized one.
So you're going to go big?
Yes. And people that back day one, that is to say you've got about an hour left, are going to get, and also previous backers of the previous campaign are going to get this print by Adam Miller.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
This print by Matt Slay, but only if you order it like in the next hour.
Oh, man. You better drop that shit on Twitter, man. Let people see all the things that they're going to miss out on, dude. Like, big chunk, you know? That's a big deal.
Time is
so technically, so what you're saying, so on Indiegogo, you get that too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Don't worry.
The
if you backed it, yes.
Yeah, the previous backers from like.
Yes, but not the current.
No,
Indiegogo
all the noobs got to back within the next few, a little bit more time.
Yes. What do you mean current? Did you launch a new one on Indiegogo?
Yes.
No. Oh, that one? Oh.
No, I did, but there's nothing on there except the trade paperbacks, Volume 1 and Volume 2. No frills, no cool shit, no fly shit. If you want the exclusive shit, you want the cool shit, you want the fly shit, you got to go.
Okay, so you launch a new campaign at the same time on Indiegogo?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so fair enough.
Yeah. but like I said, no bells and whistles, just
TPB,
McDonald's menu.
Just straight TPB, right?
Yep, that's it. And people that, and remember, like for the previous people that backed the previous campaign, I treat my backers right. These were like 2 years late, right? So everybody who ordered one of these ended up getting 2, and also a written apology from yours truly, because that's how
it happens, bro. Shit happens. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and a lot of shit happened to
dude,
me.
we're
a lot
fucking
of shit happened to Preston too.
Dude, we're not companies. You know what I mean? We're not companies. Yeah. Life happens. We're learning how to do things like this. You know what I mean? Yes. We're not you know what I mean? We're artists. Yes. You know what I mean? Yes. And that's what, you know, we're writers and artists. So we're learning how to do shit. And, you know, it's going to take some time regardless.
Yes.
That is what it is.
Right. Yeah, like look, me, my books used to always be like pretty much on time, and something happened with me where I had to close the first campaign. I had to actually close it and put it on standby for like almost 6 months, 7 months or something.
And that could happen if you're a person, if you're 1 or 2 or 5 or just the people on the book. If you're not a major corp, shit's gonna happen.
And I said as soon as everything was going to be on track, I would launch another campaign, and that's what I did. And then we got the shit happens. It's sad, but then you
got the trailer right here, Brian.
Yeah, this is the new trailer.
Hey, before you light up that trailer, man, I want to take a shot right here. This right here is called Rebel 100.
Oh,
this is to congratulate you on your this is some whiskey.
Oh man.
This is to congratulate you on your fucking funding your campaign. And since I'm a weak sauce, I'm just gonna pour a little bit in here. This is 50% alcohol. So it's got a little bit to it. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of this Aldi berry to mix it with, just to mix it with. Otherwise it'll make me not feel too good. And then I'll just fill it up to the top. So I put like 2 or 3 shots in there. And, there you go, man. Cheers, brother.
Here, hold on. Let me spark up the Fraga.
And we can watch that trailer smoking and sipping, brother. Congrats.
I can't smoke inside, so.
Congrats. And congrats to you, too, Sam. That fucking cover slays, man.
Thanks.
Doesn't it? It's really beautiful. Cheers.
Cheers.
And I got to pick the cover. I was on Imaging. You sent me a few titles and shit. And
really?
I'm doing that one. I'm doing this one.
Sick. That's awesome.
Really seemed like the type of cover I would have done myself. So I'm like, I want this.
The composition, man.
Yeah.
The composition's insane.
That's what I loved about it. Like you see the big ape in the back, and then the angle, the people running, the fading.
Yeah, the posters are dope, and we are also going to take a look at some of the posters for tonight's movie. But real quick, let me run this new trailer.
Yeah.
Our friend of the show, Von Klaus, made this for me. Thanks, Von. Are you guys getting audio?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Chuck. And thank you, Vaughn, for that awesome, bitchin', wicked cool trailer.
I gotta say, man, Vaughn, he's up there like probably in the top, I'd say top 2 as far as best trailers in the fucking sphere that we're in right now. You know?
Yeah.
I have to say it's him and fucking Dying Days of YouTube. That guy hasn't done shit for a while, but I'd say him and Vaughn are like, yeah, they're the best right now. They're fucking slaying it on it.
Yeah, they are. They are, without a doubt. So much appreciation to him. I'll tell you what, the bonus stuff, I guess that will, anybody who backs like up until like the end of the stream will get that bonus shit.
Oh,
at the end of the stream, that's it. You're missing out. You're not getting the fly shit. You're not getting the cool shit. You're not getting the super duper exclusive shit.
Even on Indiegogo?
True.
Oh, the previous. No, they're getting that shit.
No. I'm talking about if somebody backs.
No, Indiegogo, you're not. You're getting is just the trade paper.
TPB. No, you're getting the basic stuff. Yeah.
Want the fly shit? You gotta go to Fund My Comic.
That's what I was thinking of backing.
Yeah. And everybody go check it. Go check it out. It is well reviewed. People really have been overwhelming in their support, and just as a writer, as a creator, I'm humbled as fuck because people love it. And for people to have to tell me that my silly fucking funny book about a gunslinging gorilla like moved them emotionally, that it brought tears to their eyes.
Well, you see my review about it, so I've done reviews about it. And this book's fucking it's hard. I'm like, it turned me into a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I couldn't handle it. It's one of the best comic books I've ever read.
Oh man,
simple as that, dude. You guys have to get that fucking book. I know there's not a lot of people watching now, but people will be watching because this is a big fucking movie. And go back this book on Fund My Comic now. Brian, I think you should, dude. I think you should extend it, bro. I think you should extend it to 4th of July at midnight. All that free shit.
Would that be? You think that would piss anybody off?
It might. You're
okay.
Right.
Well, I could.
Why would it piss people off?
I don't know. I don't know if it might. It might not.
I don't know because I said because that's the thing. It's like when I say something, I want my word to be my bond. And
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, but the people that also back your campaign, they also want you to freaking get as much backing as you want. And usually when you do exclusive, they're usually there for a week or two. But that's just me saying that because you're talking about the fact of what you're doing it for a day or two. That's barely enough time for everybody to figure out that you're live.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you can keep your word on it and maybe learn on this, or you can extend it, and nobody's going to hate you for it. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. But you see, that's why I rely on you dudes, because I'm not a collector, and so I don't think like one.
You could do a day one for one print, maybe like me. I remember you saying one print was available just for day 1 or 2.
Exactly.
So keep that print just for that, but the rest of the fucking thing you've been promising, maybe you could say more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the one print that you said in the beginning, I think it's the Miller one. I think it was.
Yes.
The Miller. Whoo, yeah, dude.
That one. Maybe do it just for the day one backers.
Okay. All right.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then if you want it after that, you might have to buy it, right? You might have to buy it for $1 or something, or
$5. You put it as an add-on for like $5
on the way out, because that is a sick ass fucking piece, dude. That's like some Joe Jusko fucking.
Are you gonna print them on regular paper, or you're gonna do like I do? Card stock.
Do like you do. What do you think? You set the standard, man. And look, I want my backers to have a quality product. The most important, the most essential thing is for us to have put out a quality product. And
I remember the first time I said I would do that. I would do that with like little posters. No, cardstock, like fucking like Brelum, like everybody everybody's doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that too. Yeah. It makes it easier to frame too, because I'm a frame.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things that people like. One of the things I thought like, oh, you guys wouldn't like it if I would do smaller prints of the covers. Everybody went, oh yeah, we can't fucking, we don't want to put a comic book in a frame. Like, and then you have a whole bunch of people like Solai and other people that all have like bunch of frames of all prints. I'm like, dude, that is sick. Like you see a full wall full of mini prints. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Buy a house for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to buy a house for just like Guillermo del Toro. He has his house and he has like Bleak House right next door.
Yeah, but
we can talk about that on the horror show. But
well, you know me,
I didn't even think. I did not even think about framing it. Me, I just thought of the fact that me personally, having stuff that I can put into a bag and board with the comic book.
Oh, dude,
was useful. Just to keep everything safe and collected.
Yes.
That was my main line of thought. And then people were like, yeah, but if you go to dollar store, you have like those dollar frames that are just perfect. I'm like, what?
Yeah, yes. And they get those little canvases too. I was telling Preston about that. Like, I'm like, dude, if like once I learn how to paint, I'm gonna fucking do like little
I got those
or little painted head because they got little dollar ones, dude, that like you could paint on there.
Yeah, I've been practicing painting.
Painting is the shit, dude. That's where it's at, bro. Like human art is where it's at.
Yes.
Brian, I gotta mail you my my 6-gun gorilla fan art.
I know. I still have 2 original art on my campaign that didn't sell yet.
Oh,
Sim got my art. I did my Nat art. That was so fun.
Yep. And I put in a nice little plastic too.
There's a lot of ink on there, huh?
and
you're surprised. Not a lot of freaking what's it called? The whiteout.
Dude, well, I didn't use whiteout until like I fucking really like saw what Daniel Warren Johnson was doing with it. Yeah. And now I just like don't give a fuck if I make a mistake. I want my if I have effects I want to do, I fucking paint the motherfucker. And you'll get my drawings now. The whiteout would be like fucking all the way up, dude. For mistakes and effects, I love it.
Yeah, and I got those jelly pen too to do like some white on it.
Oh, the Uniball ones. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, there's Jelly Roll, but the Uniball. I've had it for a year. I just finally figured out how to use it like 3 weeks ago. And I'm sitting there like, motherfucker. And like,
I love listening to you guys talk about like medium, right?
Dude, when I figured out, Brian, it was for
all this other shit.
Well, Brian, you know that panel in the Puritanian, like in the bottom panel on the first page where like there's a cross, like a crucifix, and then there's light kind of like gleaming off of it. That's when I learned how to use the Uniball pin. Was from that. I was like, oh, okay. This is how I do it.
yes. Matt has shown me the first page of a book we're doing together called The Puritanian, which is kind of like our take on Solomon Kane, but very much not Solomon Kane. Really kind of the opposite of Solomon Kane in
a lot of ways.
In a lot of fucking ways, because Solomon Kane is my all-time favorite character in any medium. Right?
Dude, Brian, I've been reading Solomon Kane. Like that's what I'm reading right now. Like I go to bed and like the last like hour of bed, I'm like, hey, I'm reading Solomon Kane right now. And my daughter watched it.
Did you get to where he's in Africa yet?
Yeah. And me and my daughter watched it like fucking because dude, I read the first 2. I'm reading them in sequential order, and I read the first 2 stories like a year and a half ago. And I haven't read anything but comic books, right?
Man, have you watched the movie?
I'm not well read. So I picked that up and I'm like, dude, I can't wait to read this some more, you know? And now I'm reading the one where he, you know, the big one, you know, where he,
you
know, men will die.
He finds a lost civilization in the jungle.
Well, no, this one is like men will die for this. Men will die for this.
That's the shit, because that sums Solomon Kane up better than any other story, where it's like he tracks these motherfuckers to the end of the world
for years. Right? He's like, last time I seen you had wrinkles. Or now you have wrinkles on your face. He's like,
right.
You know, and
and he's like
to Spain and now to France, and here we are. You know, but I'm gonna fucking kill you. You violated this girl and stabbed her and left her there, and her whole village. You burned it down, and you're gonna fucking die for that. And I don't know. I just love the conviction of that character, man.
Dude,
I can see why he's your favorite character. Why a lot of people like that's like why they pick him over Conan in some regard.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm just real big on. I'm like full like you know everyone's like Marvel, DC. I'm like I'm Howard right now. I'm Howard. Yeah. I'm Howard Comics. That motherfucker's got like 20 characters. He's got a whole fucking comic company under him. Yes. I didn't even know. And Heroic Signatures in conglomerate with fucking sidetrack with Titan, dude.
No, that's all right.
You're putting out a Curse of the Black Stone or Curse of the Black something with the new Conan book. They're expanding on the Howard verse, and they're
those are the French comic ones, right?
No, those are dope as fuck though.
These are the Jim Zub ones.
This is the Zub ones, and they're way better than the fucking Marvel ones he did. They're way more fucking Howardian, and he got honored by with a Howard Award. That
I don't know. I got the first trade. I got the first trade of his Conan the Barbarian. I think it was it. That was Sumerian.
Can you because I'm not sure what to buy. Could you send me a link of like what to buy that's in trade paperback that I can order? Because my LCS does not get
Brian. You have to order all of these. You have to order all the floppies from this, Brian.
Okay.
Right. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's gonna. But They're fucking dope. And
I want them.
And so you got this is what you got right now, Brian. Sim, this is what you got right now. You got Conan the Barbarian. You got Savage Sword of Conan, which is oversized, magazine size, black and fucking white, right? Every other month. Right? Yeah. And then you got the Curse of the Blackstone, which is coming out, and that's going to be the Conan title that ties in the whole Howardian verse. So they're trying to build the Howardian verse, you know. And Howard had a bunch of dope characters. I don't need to tell you this, you know what I mean? But I need to tell everybody this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just had a problem when I checked the first. I might check back into it, but the first issue of Savage Sword of Conan.
Yeah.
Dude, there was 3D assets in it, and I really fucking went.
Yeah, no, it was.
The new Savage Sword.
The art was really.
That was the first one, and I commented on that. And it also looked like it was colored, and then they took the color out, and it ran
it looked like crap. Like I'm sorry to say it.
That first story, but that was the first issue, and you got to remember it's an anthology. And so the second one doesn't have that. The second issue is fucking punk as fuck, and it's all scribbly and fucking dirty. Conan wakes up in the dirt. He's fucking buried alive, and he comes up out of the dirt.
I really like that Conan the Barbarian.
There's this Lovecraftian god that fucks everything over, and there's this kid there like nursing him back to life, and he's fucking laying in the dirt for like fucking 6 months to a year. He's growing a beard. Dude, you got to read
the hardest motherfucker ever. I mean, I understand why people love Conan, and the thing is Conan is a character that can be written by other writers, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Solomon Kane, not so much. I don't know what it is.
There's a Patrick Zercher story. There's a Patrick Zercher story.
I love fucking Solomon Kane, dude.
Yeah. And there's a Patrick Zercher story in the back of the Savage Sword of Conan books. The new Savage Sword isn't coming out till like I think the first week of next month. So next week it should be coming out on Wednesday.
There was another character.
He's fighting fucking werewolves in there.
Red something that was like a pirate.
Giant werewolves.
Red Sonja's not as.
No, not Red Sonja. There was a red pirate.
Sonja is a.
It was in one of my Sword of Conan. Crimson something or Red something.
I never read one of her stories.
It was a guy.
No, Beylit is the queen of the Black Coast. She's Conan's true love. She's the love of Conan's
She's in there
life.
On issue
After
4.
She's gone.
She's in issue 4. And all the flash. She's in issue 4 of the new Zub shit. And all the flashbacks, he's flashbacking to that, and he's fucking drunk. He's going into bars. He's thinking about her all the time, and they're flashbacking to that. So every 4 issues is
he never really gets over.
It's Robert Delatorre. Then you jump into Doug Braithwaite. I don't know if you guys know about that artist. He's been around for like 30 years.
Yeah, he did a lot of Valiant comics.
But he's fucking dope. So he's doing 4 issues. Then Robert Delatorre is doing 4. Then Doug's doing 4. Then Rob's doing 4. But they're doing the same story, and it's metal as fuck. It's dark.
But
as
dude,
fuck.
I can recommend
horror. It's horror.
I will recommend you that Conan the Barbarian trade paperback
the
there
Sumerian?
by Zud. Yeah. Is it the Sumerian?
The Sumerian by Titan, the one from France. That's the one.
The one from France is fucking insane.
That's the one I'm talking about. That's the next one. Sorry, we're sidetracking over here, but
the other one I'm talking about is Conan the Barbarian by Zub, De La Torres, Valarubia, and White. Dude, that was good.
Send me some fucking links.
Will do. But the French one, you already got all of them.
I'm off of.
I've got the new Sumerian, and that is I think that's the first. It adapts a Conan story that hasn't been adapted 1,000 times.
Yeah, I know.
Let me tell you this. Imagine buying Conan once a month, right? You know how fucking cool that is?
I know.
And it's dope, dude. It's fucking pastiche, but it's cool. Yeah, and there's a guy that wrote Conan. He wrote like a Conan story. It's a pastiche novel, like fucking 20 years ago, and he wrote the sequel to it. It just came out. It's called like City of the Dead or some shit like that.
Chuck Dixon to Conan novel.
He wrote one too, dude. But it's like fuck, man. But they're putting out great shit. Titan is putting out shit, and they're reprinting all of the old Savage Sword of Conan and all of the old Marvel comics. Titan is printing all the old Savage Sword of Conan and the old Marvel comics in omnibuses right now. So and I'm a Conan stan. I'll fucking buy anything Conan. I don't give a fuck who writes it.
I got
Howard the best, but I'm down with fucking. I just don't care.
I got to a point where I read so much of them that to me the French one, even though they were retouching again, like my problem was what Brian just brought up. It was retelling the same stories over and over. And I got really fucking fed up of it. At the end, it was just, I'm just looking at this for the new art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the French guys, they weren't like, how can I say? they didn't care about the art. They cared about the art, but they didn't care about a certain type of art.
Yeah,
they care about telling the fucking story, and the story is on point with the fucking novels to a point that I'm like, dude, you're putting everything that ever came before to shame.
That's how they're doing it here.
Even the cartoon one. Remember the cartoon one? I told you the art might be a bit like doesn't fit with it. Fuck off, because the story is fucking awesome.
Right. The cartoon itself.
No, there's one of those fucking like in the French one. That's a bit more of the cartoonish French type of style. It's fucking insane.
Yes. Yeah. Wonderful.
Now,
look at Eddie Tartakovsky, man. That guy's style is very cartoony.
Yeah.
Would you who is the guy you would most like to see do a Conan animated series?
Tartakovsky. Oh, you're talking about the guy that did that one on Twitter, right? That busted that shit. Yeah,
no, the guy that did
Primal.
Primal.
Yeah, him for sure, dude. But you saw that.
Imagine an entire comic book of Conan done like that.
Amazing.
That's cool.
At first you see it, you're like, not sure. It looks good, but not sure. But once you go through the second page, you're like, holy shit, this is good.
Dude, you guys got to subscribe to ConanTheBarbarian.com, and that's Titan and conglomerate with
look in the private chat,
Heroic Signatures, because Heroic Signatures is the ones that own the right, but they're doing it with Titan. Go to ConanTheBarbarian.com. They're interviewing all these people. They just dropped a video right now where they're interviewing the writer, the lady that wrote the Conan the Barbarian cartoon, and it's free on Tubi right now. If you guys want to watch the cartoon, it's very reminiscent of He-Man, the Masters of the Universe. I fucking love it. And what she did was she read all of the OG Howard works, and then she made the cartoon. And I thought Star Metal was made up, but in the first episode, I don't know if you guys watched it, but sorry, tracking, but Star Metal is fucking a comet that comes down. Conan, him or his dad find the Star Metal. His dad makes Star Metal and fucking fashions him a sword, and that's and his family gets turned to stone in the first episode. And there's this Tathamon type character. He's a Rathamon. He's a serpentine character. He's fucking dope looking. He's for the cartoon only. But Conan has to chop these like fucking serpentine men, and when he hits them, they don't die. They go to another realm. That's the way you can do it for kids, So I showed my kid. I'm like, and it's way better than fucking He-Man, dude. It's way fucking
sort of like the Snake Men from Cull.
Exactly.
One of the things I want to say, what I just sent you, Brian.
Yeah.
This is the one that Matt mentioned that I bought and I enjoyed.
Oh
right?
yeah,
but it still feels a bit like it's a retelling of something, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
right?
this is Della's story. This is
solid. Drop the links in the private chat so I can check all this shit out.
Yeah, but that's what I just sent you. It's in the private chat.
I know it's in my.
Yeah, that's
I stand with the fact that to me so far the best fucking adaptation of Conan are the French ones. To me, it's like the best.
They're really good.
Well, the French ones aren't pastiche. They're just straight adapting the straight up Howard work. It's straight pure.
Yeah, okay? Yeah, dude. It has the guy, the most knowledgeable guy about Conan's fucking
100%. And then these guys got a fucking archaeologist that dig up Robert E. Howard's house.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's what these guys got, right?
And
he's commenting on my videos because I've been doing videos on reviews on Conan. But the new Conan, the one that you sent the link to, this is the one that Zub's writing, which I agree, dude. It's pastiche. Fucking dope, dude. Wait till you get to the end. Have you guys got to issue 11 or like?
No, I'm not there yet. I need to find the second one.
Cola's in there. Cola's in there. He's in there organically.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah, but that's the thing I'm trying to tell you. Dude. It's a bit, like I said, it's a bit pastiche. It's a bit like like some of the old, but done well. It's pretty good.
It's all pastiche, and it comes out once a month, dude. That Panosian cover is sick, and I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of just like fuck everything sucks, but no, fuck that. They're doing a good job, and there's a lot of Howard purists, and it is what it is. Howard isn't fucking writing it, but if you got the archaeologists there and the people that know Howard's work and all the different races,
they're making sure they're respecting the novel.
Exactly. Dude, the writer got the Howard Award. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
No comic. Sim Zub got the Howard Award. Nobody that's written Conan comics has got the Howard Award, and he's going to Howard Days. Dude, Howard Days is a 1 day, it's a 2 day fucking weekend where you go down to Howard's town in Texas, And there's a big convention. It's a Howard. It's a Robert E. Howard convention in Texas.
Yes,
and it happens once a year during June.
Joe Lansdale. Joe Lansdale is like one of the organizers. He's like,
and if you follow Jim Zub, I follow him on Twitter. He's the writer of Conan right now. He's down there in Howard days. He said he helped fucking put. I don't know if he helped, but he was help with putting Robert E. Howard's actual desk back in his house, because his house is a fucking museum. The actual writing desk,
as it should be. As it should be. Awards, he was not somebody that was appreciated in his own lifetime.
Oh, and he was
I'd like to add some. I'd like to say something else because we mentioned it. I just saw it when I was checking on Amazon. There's a box set. So if none of you guys, if there's some of you guys that are interested in checking out those French adaptation in English, though, translated in English.
Yeah.
There's a box set available. Hold on, I have a phone call, so get that.
Nice. And if you can send me the link for the. Also, you can drop the link for the animation that you mentioned, like the new shit. What is it? It's Conan.
Okay,
Conan.com?
It's actual Conan. There's Conan the Barbarian.com or Conan.com that you can go there and pick up all the stuff.
Okay.
Really, Sim? Really, Sim? You can have a phone conversation all around there, motherfucker.
C'est long, moi, que t'as de affaires stressées.
What do I do? I'm trying to mute Sim, and I mute my own ass.
So if you go to Conan.com, that's the website too.
Conan.com. Okay, because I just did Conan the Barbarian.
So you go to Conan.com, that's the actual website. So you can go there and buy t-shirts. You can fucking check out everything that Titan's putting out. But then go follow their YouTube, dude. They're interviewing people that have worked on Conan for fucking 30 years in some way or form, right? And that's the people that are putting out the new book. It's Titan in conglomeration with heroic signatures, dude. And they're really trying to blow up Howard stuff, And it comes around every fucking 20 years or 30 years. They really, the Howard stuff really tries to get a good push. So I've been really pushing this Howard shit, dude. And I don't think it's going to get another push for another 30 fucking years. But I think now is like the time we need to jump on this shit and support these people 100%. That's the way I'm doing it.
Once the woke shit's over, and this is why I'm so happy, so glad that this Conan and Amazon series didn't happen. The fucking tank shell that we dodged as Conan fans, because we would have gotten the Rings of Power, but like for Conan.
Yeah, no, and right now the comic books are leading the charge.
He would have been cupped.
So
in his own,
dude, there's characters that like Howard's come like the sailor character, you know what I mean? Like the Bran McMorn, the Celtic warrior
is great.
They're trying to build on these characters, dude, and and it's not just Conan, but like Kane and like all these, the whole universe that he has, and it's all pulpy, and it's they have occult detectives with the two last names or first names. I don't know.
Yes. Pigeons from Hell is a really fucking scary horror story by Howard. That's the other thing too. Howard wrote a lot of fucking horror, and another thing about Howard as well is that Lovecraft, his friend, whom he corresponded with voluminously. If you look, there's the collected letters of H.P. Lovecraft. It's 6 big fucking hardcover volumes.
Oh wow!
And most of those letters, or at least a good I would say quarter of them or more, are from Robert E. Howard. Lovecraft considered himself a poet, but his poetry sucks. Howard did not consider himself to be a poet, and his poetry is fucking awesome.
It's so good. Yeah, man. He's
some
my
of his
favorite
books
writer.
have been adapted into stories. The Homecoming of Solomon Kane.
Yeah. I haven't read that yet, but dude,
many times I've seen many adaptations of that.
A whole lot.
Oh, dude, you are in for a fucking treat. The scene when you get to it, man, where Kane is in the jungle and he fights a whole bunch of Arab slavers.
Oh man,
is one of the most fun to me, like the quintessential Solomon Kane moment.
Oh man, I got to read that.
You'll know it when you get to it. It's the most bad. It's awesome. It absolutely sums up everything that is the pure essence of Solomon Kane. That one fucking scene. After you read it, we'll discuss it, man. It's the shit. Speaking of the shit, had either of you gentlemen watched tonight's movie?
Of course, I've seen it a bunch of times.
It never gets old. It never gets old. This is one of those movies. You got it. This is one of those movies that they would show on TV when I was a kid. I absolutely fell in love with it. I mean, I fell in love with all of them. I think I probably... Now, the order of these movies is funny because in 1964, you've got Fistful of Dollars. Fistful of Dollars comes out. It's a huge fucking hit. Clint Eastwood propelled to stardom. He had been a bit actor on TV shows, mostly Westerns, because most of the TV shows back then were Westerns. But he was also very famously cast as a beatnik painter in an episode of Mr. Ed, the show with the talking horse. For those of you that don't know who the hell Mr. Ed was. He was in a movie called, giant insect movie called Tarantula as a jet fighter pilot. But he's wearing one of those oxygen masks. But if you look at his eyes, you can tell, yeah, it's fucking Clint Eastwood. He was not the first choice for the part of the man with no name. He wasn't the second choice. He wasn't the third choice. He wasn't the fourth choice. He wasn't the fifth choice, the sixth choice, or the seventh choice. I believe, if memory serves me, he was literally the eighth fucking choice. The part had been offered to Charles Bronson, James Coburn, Henry Fonda, who else? Like a who's who. And the very last one was Richard Harrison, and he was cast. Goddamn internet fucking with me. I know it's because of that damn debate.
It's over right now, so
okay. But yes, Richard Harrison was who's a really shitty actor, by the way. One of those guys that comes from the Chuck Norris School of Acting, where you basically just study a block of wood, for 10 hours a day, and then just try to imitate that fucking piece of wood. And he was in a bunch of spaghettis too. But he recommended a friend of his who was an American actor also by the name of Clint Eastwood. And what blows my mind about this is that it's absolutely fucking impossible to imagine anybody else in this part now.
100%.
100%. I mean, it just. I mean, whenever he walks across the screen, when you see him, especially, when he first appears in the film, iconic as fuck, right? And people think Dirty Harry was a tough bastard. The man with no name would fucking eat Dirty Harry for fucking breakfast. He would tie him up into a fucking pretzel. He's like the hardest motherfucker ever, or certainly one of them, because he is a survivor. He's somebody that has survived in the Spaghetti West, which is basically a nightmare. It's basically this, a nightmare, like a hellish version of the Old West. These movies always have a little bit of a feel of the uncanny to them. And I think that's part of their enduring appeal. Oh, this is nice. I really like this piece right here.
Pretty cool.
That's fan art. Tukamari. That's not bad.
It's all right. Good composition.
Yeah. Japanese posters. I don't know what it is with the Japanese posters. They're always fucking cool.
Always fun.
They're all, I mean, it's something... Once again, about the composition. That's a word I'm going to be using a lot tonight because the way that this movie is shot is just fucking amazing.
Who's your favorite character in this movie, Brian?
My favorite character?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's got to be Mortimer. It's his movie. And then, of course, you've got Indio, who's one of the most memorable movie villains of all time. He's played by Gian Maria Volonte, who was evidently a bit of a pain in the ass to work with. Very, very intense. But holy shit, that intensity is one of the most amazing things about this movie.
So Levon's your favorite character? This is one of those
movies. I'm sorry?
Levon's your favorite character?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, mine too.
Mortimer?
100%.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I love that, like, his intro. It's like the most G, where he just fucking throws down like the shit on the side of the horse. All the different gats he's got, you know. Like,
strapped like a motherfucker, dude.
So dope. And like the dude that fucking, you make me happy. He's like shooting that guy. You know what I mean?
I'll kill you for this.
He keeps trying to shoot him back, but he just keeps blasting on him, you know?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I love that part. So dope. Such a great
those 2 zeros. He was
and that's another thing too. It's like we've covered way back, I think before you were hanging out for this stream, I did Sartana, and then we did Sabata.
Yeah.
Right? And both of those characters are modeled after Major Mortimer.
Spitting man when it's short to the zeros.
I mean, certainly in terms of their look.
It's been that way till now.
And Lee Van Cleef, one of those actors who always looked older than he was.
Yeah, he's probably like 20 right there.
No, not that young, but he's not 50.
No, I know.
I think he may have still even been. I think he may have been in his late 30s. But the great thing about being an actor that always looked older than he was, he didn't age.
Exactly. Now, there's a lot of actors like that, you know, like, damn, this motherfucker's still alive. It's like, yeah, well, he looked kind of old when he was young, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I always got that when I was a kid. You know, when I was in my early 20s, people thought I was in my 30s or my 40s. And now I'm in my 50s, and people think I'm in my 40s or my 30s in some cases. And I'm just like, what? Are you fucking high?
Yeah, you can pull down 30s for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm almost 41. I'll be 41 next 2 weeks.
Dude, I'm telling you, people aren't aging the way that they used to. And thank God I stopped fucking abusing my fucking body. You know, because whenever I see people that are my age that looked all toe up, usually it's hard living.
It's usually from the drinking and the smoking and the and the eating.
And I quit all that shit out. You know, that's a young man's game as far as I'm concerned.
I love this.
It's so fucking good. Badass. What's so perfect about these movies is that they're adventure films. They appeal to little boys because they don't have any of the things in them that little boys are disinterested in. You know, like the lovey-dovey, kissy stuff. There's none of that. They're fast-moving. They're quirky as fuck. They're eccentric as fuck.
Okay, sorry guys.
That's all right, brother.
One of my boys at the doctor because he had for a check for a burn, and then my girl came in because she started a new job babysitting for very rich people.
Oh, excellent.
So she's telling me that about her first day at work.
Oh,
nice.
Make sure they fucking tip her and treat her well, and don't take her passport and turn her into a slave. That's what they do here in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. Okay.
Yeah. Rich people. Yeah. What they'll do is they'll get like these nannies that are usually from overseas, and they take their passports and they enslave them. Dolph Lundgren told that story in that TED Talk I'm always telling people to watch about how he rescued a woman from that situation because she came up to him when he was in some rich motherfucker's house, and she was just like, I recognize you. You're a hero, right? You can save me.
So what are you talking about?
And how
I'll go fuck this guy up. No problem. Kick him in his fucking head.
I should break them.
Right.
Yeah, and it's, I always tell people to watch that because, he always had a reputation as an asshole, and he was like, yeah, I was an asshole, and he just, it's just, what can I say? I love a redemption story. I love a redemption story.
G, dude. He's a G.
That guy's like fucking...
done more shit than anybody. And it's funny because he's opening up about all this shit now. Like, he's in this I don't give a fuck mode. I know I'm sidetracking, but fuck it.
Yeah. No.
He's like crying and shit and like opening up about fucking Stallone. He was doing it for the Expendables 4 like junket,
Yeah.
And I wish I watched that movie. Everybody was fucking hating on it, but I still want to watch it. Expendables 4. And he was saying, like, Stallone like just kept putting him through the ringer, just kept punking him like on all these movies, and he was doing it on like the last Expendables, or no, like the first or second one. Sorry, he was like called his wife. He's like, he said, I was about to cry, and I just couldn't take it no more. Sly was just fucking doing the shit to me, and he told him like, dude, like fuck you, man, I'm not doing this shit no more. He's like, hey man, what are you talking? I'm just messing with you, man. Just shoot the fucking scene. And,
well, I mean, that's the thing.
He was fucking with them for so long, and Sly, I love me Stallone, but he's just a dude, and some dudes are fucking assholes, and he's being an asshole to Lundgren, And
what did he do to be an asshole?
Well, I mean, look,
he made him do the scene like 50 times or some shit, like you're just punking him all the time,
Yeah, what are you punking him? But dude, if you don't,
yeah, well,
it must have been pretty bad.
I'm sorry, it's just a thing. It's just a thing that
motherfucker for like fucking 40 years.
This.
He's been punking him for fucking that many years.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. But here's the thing.
He's a big sweep. This motherfucker's a Marine, a model, a director, a fucking actor.
The guy has a PhD in
military guy, ex-military student. He's everything.
Yeah, but dude, if you don't do the scene well, you have to redo that scene.
Yeah. Well, look, let me put it this way.
Yeah, dude, that's what movies are.
No, it wasn't that, dude. He was fucking with them, and that was.
I'm just muting you, motherfuckers. Sorry, but yeah, no. You have to understand this. Dolph Lundgren is a guy that's mood disordered. He is mood disordered like a motherfucker. Okay, I know it, right? I know it when I see it, and yeah, he's got it. And people with mood disorders are really, really, really sensitive. And we take shit to heart, and we take shit really, really personally that we shouldn't be taking personally. And, he's dealing with his shit now. But I think maybe Stallone was just busting his balls, maybe, and he took it like the wrong way. That would be my guess. I wasn't there. I can't say. But all I know is that guy is definitely fucking fucked up, and now he knows he's fucked up, and he owns up to that he's fucked up, and he takes responsibility.
I just think it's a funny thing that's happening lately. That a lot of actors are, that guy's an evil motherfucker because he made me do this. I'm like, yeah, but dude, that's part of the fucking contract,
part of your job, right? If you're working for fucking, I mean, mind you, Stallone is not fucking Stanley Kubrick.
Nope.
If you're doing a Kubrick movie, you're doing 500 billion fucking takes.
Yeah.
That's why his movies were so expensive, because he would do 500 billion takes until he got what he wanted, exactly what he wanted.
And I love the Expendables, but I don't know if I want to see the third one was a bit.
Third one sucked.
I think they're all trash.
I
think they're all trash.
First one's so good.
Oh, I love the first and second one. The third one, it was not good.
Stone Cold in that fucking running around in that fucking CGI fire. That movie's trash. I'm sorry. I think they're all trash. Give me a good John Woo movie any fucking day. I'll watch fucking The Killer, A Better Tomorrow, Hard Boiled. What can I say? But do people watch them and enjoy them, get a kick out of them? Sure. And that's totally cool. A lot of it has to do with nostalgia.
Right, Matt says the guy that loves B-rated movies. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't see why we needed fucking... Oh, well, I mean, that's the thing. That's why I can never be accused of being a snob. Because some people are like, oh, you're just a snob. I'm just like, really? Some of the fucking shit that I love... Some of the shit that I cherish, and I'm a fucking snob? No fucking way, man. Because I got a shit tooth. What can I say? I got a sweet tooth. I got a shit tooth.
You're very opinionated about the things that you like, and you have reasons why you like
passion.
it. People just, it's passion, but I mean, there's tact and logic to the opinions that you have about said films. But some people just need to hear your take, and some people are just like, oh, fuck that, but it is what it is.
Yeah. No, and there's never any right or wrong, because it's just it's art. That's the nature of art. We're all different, so we all look at the same painting and maybe perceive it a little bit differently.
100%.
Right? Although, if you don't like the Man with No Name movies, if you don't like For a Few Dollars More, you're a piece of shit.
Yep.
I'm sorry. There's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you.
I love the scene right here, dude. Just the way he knocks on the door and he just waits. I mean, just everything about it. So everything.
He's a gangsta.
Me, I watched the uncut edition yesterday.
Nice.
What?
Remastered uncut, yeah.
That's dope.
And those sound effects, man. The sound effects. I made sure that in the original 6-gun trailer, I actually took these actual kapaws and put them in the trailer. I had to. It's like one of those things where it's like people aren't going to notice, but I know that it's there.
But you know what's the funniest thing for me when watching that movie yesterday?
Yeah.
The voices. Because
yes,
I had not watched this since I've been like a teen or something.
Oh, wow.
Like, I've watched them so many times, right? But they were always in French.
Oh, that's right. Because, of course, and I know a lot, like, there's some people I remember that, like, my friend Carrie was just like, you watch this crap? Fuck this. This is dubbed. I'm just like, asshole. It's an Italian movie. They're all dubbed because they were all shot without sound.
Yeah, that's all the movies back then. That's how you used to do it. Yeah,
because they know they're gonna dub it. Here we go.
I love that fucking scene.
Yeah, check this out. This is the shit. This shit right here. Strapped as fuck. Bitch ass, he thought he was getting away. Oh no, poor horse.
Okay, now you have to say that guy does not look like his picture.
I don't.
It's a simple Jack. You make me happy.
I'll kill you for this. He is one of the Spanish stuntmen that would frequently show up as an actor in these movies. And I explained like 1,000 times. It's like they would put the actual stuntmen in roles like this, because then when that guy takes a fucking fall off like the roof of a fucking building or something like that, you don't need to get a stuntman. You can just use that guy.
You could do that over there. I don't think you can get away with that in America anymore.
No way. That's why like when I have I have a millennial friend, and he's like, oh, I really don't like Jackie Chan. And I'm like, what Jackie Chan movies have you seen? And he starts listing them off, and they're all like American shit. And I'm like, you've never seen Police Story. You've never seen Drunken Master. You've never seen Drunken Master 2. You've never seen fucking Project A. You need to see this motherfucker, the crazy shit that he would do. They would never let him do. I don't
know. I saw Rumble in the Bronx. It's still my favorite.
Yeah,
that's a Hong Kong movie.
No, it's a mix. It's a Hong Kong movie.
That was a Hong Kong movie. That was not an American film. It was released in the United States, and most memorably, it's set in the Bronx, and it was shot in Kazakhstan in Canada.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know where in Canada?
That's what I think it was in Toronto. I think
was it in Toronto.
I'm not sure. I know he was in Montreal. I know he was in Montreal, but I think there's some part was in Toronto. Hold on, that's what I'm checking.
But yeah, he's got one of those memorable faces, and you'll notice this throughout the film that Leone is constantly filling his frame with these interesting faces. He like literally bites the dust here.
So awesome. I love that warm shot, man. Oh, this is my favorite.
Look at the fucking barrel, man. That's like a 20-inch barrel.
This shot right here is what makes him my favorite character.
I love the fact that Clint Eastwood takes a punt at that gun too.
Oh my god! Look at that scene.
The little
take a look at that scene.
Yeah. What type of guy would take a gun with this type of contraction?
Oh, I love that shot, right? I love those worm shots, you know? So cool. I mean, you put everybody on a god level when you do that, you know?
I love how they introduce both characters in the beginning of the movie, dude. It's fucking insane.
Yes.
Their little
and
intros.
They're introduced in a classical style, which is you introduce the hero and you show us what a badass he is. You introduce the villain and you show us how formidable the villain is.
What I want to say is I love the way they introduce them being badass, like you're saying.
Yes.
And the moment they first actually meet, they're both being as badass as the intro.
Hard.
But they're meeting in that fucking bar there, the tavern there, when he fucking starts picking up the guy, lights the fucking match off his neck.
Oh, Kinski.
Oh, dude, that scene's fucking epic, and Clint's just looking at him
what is he doing?
No, he gets it. That's the worst thing.
He figures it out real quick.
The smirks is like he knows what the fuck he's up to. He's like,
Yep. He's testing them. Like there's a right.
Then he asks for that specific room in front of that guy.
Yes.
Like he wants that room there in front of that guy.
Exactly. That specific
And then later on you get that exact same scene in front of that fucking room while the other one's looking with his fucking lenticular. And then you know that's gonna happen. Turns around and then all you see is Clint Eastwood looking with the binoculars.
And they have each other's number. They have each other's number.
Dude, it's fucking insane. I love that movie.
Amazing.
And like I said, it's my westerns. Those are my westerns.
They're the best ever made. And I've seen hundreds of westerns. I've seen all the classic American westerns, and I'm telling you, these are the best westerns ever made.
So there's a reason why I love them so much.
That's a 10-inch barrel, by the way. I'll kill you for this.
And another thing.
But he's out of range.
Yeah.
Right? And this comes into play when they're doing the tit for tat with the hats.
Yeah, right? It's fucking insane.
He's out of range. But he's got that 10-inch barrel.
That's the thing. That's what I like about the cleverness about those movies. It's like I told you, I rewatched the first one because, like I said, I got the remastered uncut editions, right?
Yeah, I got the Blu-ray.
And I rewatched the first one before watching this because I just couldn't just watch this for this fucking show.
Right.
I had to rewatch the first one. And dude, that scene at the end that I love so much when he's like, "Don't forget, you got to shoot the heart. You got to shoot the heart." Dude, he's fucking so like psyching the motherfucker to make sure that he's just gonna try and shoot him in the fucking heart. Like the way that it's made, it's so fucking insane. Like I love it. I'm sorry.
He's got to do the gags too, like that. Like when creating genre like this, you know, like westerns or like fucking medieval movies, you have to come up with something original. With that being like the gags, the things that he's putting together, the tech. You have to bring something new to the table, you know. And even in the fucking 70s,
the type of sleight of hand or something, yeah.
Well, just the inventions, you know, things like that, and the way you're gonna fucking kill your enemies, and the way you're gonna fucking the new tech you're gonna bring in. You have to bring new shit into the story, otherwise it's been there. You've been there, done that, you know.
That's where
even for comics, I'm thinking about that shit. I mean, more importantly, that's what I'm thinking about when we're making comics, you know. Like if you're doing a western, how are you going to bring something new to the table? What type of new thing?
They always have like gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the scene where he finds out who Colonel Mortimer is and how he's like this legendary badass. Although times are tough, and so he's having to resort to being a bounty hunter to survive. Sartana is a totally different character. He's more like a bad guy who preys on bad guys. He's not like a bounty hunter. He's more about, you know, magic tricks of fucking people's heads up before he kills them. But yeah, this standoff here is really just a classic scene. And once again, the composition of the shots are just fantastic. It's such a beautiful looking movie. You see he just lost it here. It's just like, he just threw his bitch switch. Yeah, let me see if I can.
On my shoe. I mean, it just it's world shattering sometimes.
No, I mean, it's just like he scuffed his shoe first, but it's like he can't take it.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
shattering. He shattered.
Yeah, but dude, that's not it. If you remember that scene in the bar, okay, he even said it. He goes, "Why would somebody, right, with a gun, let somebody humiliate him that way?" He's playing with that.
Right. Well, you're talking about this scene right here. Now think about this. Fucking poor Sergio Leone, man. He's working on a movie with Volante, who's a genius, but a pain in the ass and very, very intense. And he's working with fucking Klaus Kinski. There's a video on YouTube I highly recommend. It's called Klaus Kinski Waking Up Every Morning and Choosing Violence.
Damn.
Mm.
And it's just a collection of his fucking shit fits.
He was awesome in
Nosferatu,
Nosferatu.
are the stuff of legend.
That new trailer for Nosferatu, I don't know, man. Kind of.
Oh, it looks great.
I don't know about Klausy though, dude. I think he might get usurped.
He might. I was really, really happy with what I saw.
I'm still on that gothic horror dread in that fucking trailer more so than Werner Herzog's.
I am psyched for that. I am so fucking psyched for that. I was really, really happy with that trailer.
I think, and he looks way different too.
What are you guys talking about?
The trailer dropped for the second trailer dropped for Robert Eggers' Nosferatu remake.
He ain't gonna look like the other Nosferatu either. He already looks way different.
Well, Eggers said that he's supposed to be quote unquote sexy. That is to say, he wants him to be like a male Barbara Steele. That is to say, attraction and revulsion at the same time. Wow,
that's crazy.
Right? And like H.R. Giger was a master of that technique of attraction, revulsion. It's something that's very good for horror, I think. Yeah, so, and by the way, the man with no name does have a name. His name is Monko. Yeah, so he's come in to check out the competition.
Doesn't he change name in different movies?
He doesn't.
That's why the man with no
name. Yeah. He's called Joe in Fistful of Dollars. He's called Blondie in Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So he's a man of many names, which is just as good as
no name. That's the thing. It's just somebody that I'm gonna change name now.
Right.
Which also goes with this when he goes, nobody knows you.
Yep. And Kinski, Jesus Christ, man, Mr. fucking intensity. I mean, him and Volante may have been both a little crazy. Kinski a lot fucking crazy. But when they're on screen, you cannot take your fucking eyes off these guys. We don't have actors like this. We really don't.
All actors are crazy. Same thing with artists. They're all fucking.
Yeah, I mean, there's
some are crazier than others, though.
Well, some of them are fucking maniacs. I mean, that was Kinski's problem. He was a fucking maniac. Nowadays, he'd be probably diagnosed bipolar, I'm guessing, and would be on medication. And people would be like, "Oh, looks like Klaus is off his meds," or something like that. But back then, there wasn't mood disorders. There wasn't depression. There wasn't anxiety. There wasn't bipolar disorder. You were just fucking cray-cray.
It's crazy too because he was the only German big kind of actor around in this time doing some gritty shit, right? But he's fucking perfect for Nosferatu. It's stupid. He's stupidly perfect for Nosferatu. Like Willem Dafoe is stupidly perfect for Nosferatu or the Joker, stuff like that.
Right. He didn't need that much makeup. Max Schreck had to put on all this.
What do I do with this guy?
Kinski was already looking fucking scary. Just need to give him those back ears.
Yeah, put some ears and some.
And then just say that Joker and Arkham is totally in.
God Said He Came.
Yeah, that of course.
It's one of my favorites, Brian.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Still not, like I said, not as great as these. That's why when I talk about
not as great as what?
This.
No, nothing's as great as this.
No.
Oh, to me, my favorite roles of that guy there, I forgot his name, Van
Cleef?
Van Cleef, thank you. Dude, it's that and fucking Escape from New York. That's where I remember him the most. But dude, to me, that guy. That's the movie.
And what?
I like Sabata the most with him so far.
Going
in this.
And of course, he was also in. He played Hauk in Escape from New York.
Yeah, he was good in there, but I mean, he was just like, you know, in these movies, he's a badass motherfucker.
Yeah, but that's what I said. The one I remember him the most from.
Oh yeah.
To me, it's that movie and the.
Like for me, like in Gangs in New York, he looks like an off-duty, he's working there, you know, at the prison, but afterwards he's got his little chain. He's like a pimp.
Let's see here.
I don't know. Me gives me that vibe of being that guy in the future.
Yep, that too. Future pimp.
Who? What? I missed that.
It just looks like that character in the future. Like the vibe that he gave me in Escape from New York.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
He just looks like the same character in there, but in the future.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's a total fucking badass. They go toe to toe. Fucking Mortimer just fucking murders the Man with No Name's hat. Murders that shit. And once again, and like the gunfight that we saw at the beginning, he's using tactics, specifically range. And that's when the Man with No Name wisely realizes these guys are both hard-ass motherfuckers. You know, the unstoppable force meets the immovable object. They can either kill each other or they can fucking, a mob up.
But I like the way that when he knows what he's doing, and with No Name that he's out of range, he knows. He reloads, and then lets him know that he knows what the fuck he's doing by shooting.
Yup. Because
the cleverness of the writing is really good.
Oh, it's super clever. And the thing about the Man with No Name is that he's a lot like Conan in the sense that he's a man of few words, but he's he is very far from fucking stupid. He's really, really fucking smart. He wouldn't have survived this long if he wasn't that smart. And it's important to remember, like as a kid, I was always confused by the chronology of these movies, right? Ultimately, this is not a sequel to Fistful of Dollars. This is a prequel to Fistful of Dollars. And The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is a prequel to this. Theoretically, if you wanted to, much love to my friend Chris, if you're listening, because he had never seen these movies before, and I told him that, and he was like, oh, so theoretically, watching them the first time, I could start with Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, then For a Few Dollars More, then Fistful of Dollars, and you have the character's whole arc in a linear story. And I was like, yeah, you could, but he started with Fistful of Dollars. And because the thing is in Fistful of Dollars, that is a redemption story. At the end of that movie, that character is changed. His arc is finished.
But there's one problem with what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
Because I've watched, I don't know if it's part because I watched the uncut edition, but there's a time when Van Cleef goes into the fucking place, starts looking at the journals from that town, and he sees him from the first movie.
You're talking about the bonus scene in Good, the Bad, and the Ugly?
No, in this one.
In this one.
He goes and he identifies him from a picture from him killing the guys from the previous movie.
Oh, no. Yeah, but that's,
That's what it looks to me like.
We can, you know what?
Because he has the fucking poncho.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look. He has the poncho in this. He gets the poncho at the end of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah, to me, that's what I got because that's how I linked to it. To me, I always thought it was a sequel.
Yeah, it's not.
Well,
It's
I'll be frank. When I was a kid, I didn't even know it was a fucking.
No, I didn't either.
I just thought that Clint Eastwood really like his wardrobe.
Right.
Like a Lucky Luke type of thing.
Happens,
to me,
to find that exact poncho.
To me, he was Lucky Luke. He was what inspired Lucky Luke. You know what I mean? Like technically, he's Lucky Luke to me. So, obviously, he has his own fucking dress code. You know what I mean?
Right. His costume.
Yeah.
But he finds that specific poncho at the very end. Remember when he finds the dying soldier?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
He's a piece of shit throughout that entire movie. Here, he's often quite a bit of an asshole, right? But he's still the good guy. Mm-hmm. He's still the hero. And the one moment in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly where you suddenly realize that he's not a complete piece of shit is that scene with the dying soldier, right? Where he takes off his coat, his duster, and he puts it over the dying soldier and he gives him his cigar to puff off of. And then when he's looking away, his horse neighs, and he looks over his shoulder. And when he comes back, the soldier has breathed his last breath, and he's about to take the duster off him, and then he just pats it and says, "No, I'll leave that with you." And then he looks over and he sees a poncho hanging, I think from the cannon. And then he takes that and he throws that on. So yes, know that these were prequels. Alex Cox pointed it out. Alex Cox is the guy who directed Repo Man, if you've never seen that. It's one of the most famous cult movies ever made. And he did his senior thesis on spaghetti westerns. And it was called 10,000 Ways to Die. And I remember getting a PDF of that like in 2000, and I think about 10 years ago he came out with a finished version of it, right, updated and released it as 10,000 Ways to Die. And in that he points out that these movies are prequels, and holy shit, he's fucking right. I went through most of my life not realizing that. And but once you examine the evidence, yeah, there's like no fucking question. And then we have Jean Maria Volonté as El Indio, and Indio is a real sick fucking bastard. Now same actor played Ramon in Fistful of Dollars, and Ramon was a piece of shit. He was a sociopath. Really evil motherfucker, but Indio is just a straight up fucking psychopath. He's just straight up psychotic, and yes, played with real fucking intensity by Volonté. He is nothing short of mesmerizing when he's on screen. Leone was very much about this, right? Very much about these tight shots on the face. And that was very much to the benefit of the actors that he was working with. And Volonté, like I said, supposedly really, really intense, really, really political, very, difficult to work with, the same way I think that Thomas Millian was difficult to work with. Somebody that I don't know that you can get this kind of an intense performance from somebody that's maybe not a little fucked up. I could be completely wrong. Laurence Olivier often mocked method acting, for instance. He was just like, he thought it was the silliest thing ever. He's just like, no, being an actor means you turn it on and you turn it off. But I don't know that you could get, he had to have been in a deranged fucking headspace for this character. This had to be a very unhealthy character for him to play. And when he murders the wife and child, and then this guy that arrested him, that captured him and turned him over and why he had to spend the last 16 months in prison. He takes out this watch right here, and he pops it open. Thought the battery was dead. I'm sorry. I fucking love this thing. I was so happy when I got it in the mail because I dreamt of having this watch since I was like a little kid. And now I got it. And this really is like, in many respects, the heart of the film. And one of the things that makes Indio a really fascinating villain is that he is haunted. He is tormented. He is tortured. He goes into these fits, right? Where he kind of like starts to withdraw and almost become catatonic. And he's like begging for his buddy Nino, give me a cigarette, give me a cigarette. And he falls into these reveries where he is reliving this moment where he obviously was in love with this woman. Did he just see her and think like, oh, I'll be like the bad guy, the naughty boy that's going to sweep her off her feet? Did he know her a little? It's unclear. But one thing's for sure, he was in love with her and he was obsessed with her. Now, I know people are like, psychotic motherfuckers, guys that beat their wives, murder their wives. No, there's no way that you can't kill somebody that you love or do something horrible to somebody that you love. I believe that really fucked up people love in very fucked up ways. O.J. Simpson, when I think he was telling the truth when he said, I never killed Nicole. That part I don't believe. But then he said, I love Nicole. And I was like, that part I do believe. I think that, yeah. Some people love in some very fucked up ways. And so he comes in and finds the woman that he loves with a man, evidently her husband. And then he murders the husband and proceeds to grape her, SA her. This is YouTube. We got to use baby talk. And she takes his pistol and she shoots her, right? Of course, honey, blow that motherfucker's goddamn brains out. But she kills herself rather than be with him. And so that's something that haunts him. And so he was fucked up and psychotic to begin with. But that's something I think that just ultimately
it's a little nugget too,
him.
Right? And that's just like something by the genius director to put in there to add that extra layer to the villain of the catch, right?
Yes. And because that murder and then Colonel Mortimer's desire for revenge and the hole that's in his heart because of what Indio did to her is really the heart of the movie.
Help Pops, help Chris.
Hey, what up, Pops? What up, Chris? In the hizzy shizzy.
All those guns, dude.
I know. He's just fucking strapped as fuck. Yeah, you could say that he's come prepared for sure. And and of course, one of the things I love about these movies, you've got this gang of Indio and there's like 14 fucking killers, and they're all like supernaturally good shots, right? There's that moment that's really great where they're partying in the empty church, right? That was the home of the guy that they murdered, right?
Yeah. And Stogout, right?
Right. And let's see. What happens is some guy kicks the fucking door open and kapow, fires, and you see this guy's spur go zzz, and the guy fires again, and then the spur stops, and you see that one of the points is missing, right? So in other words, each and every one of these guys can shoot the gnat off a dog's dick from like 20 miles away. And that's another one of the things that's so much fun and really kind of fantastic about these movies. Because, of course, nobody's that good of a shot. And these are the guys that, you know, that fucking the Man with No Name and Mortimer are fucking taken out.
Superhuman.
Like they're the fucking trash.
Marksman. Definitely.
And guns, of course, at that time, not that accurate. Although I have seen people who are quick shots. If you go on the internet on YouTube, there are people that are masters of these weapons, replicas, and can do some pretty crazy shit. They can do some pretty crazy shit, but I don't think quite the level of marksmanship that you see in these films. And then, of course, you've got Indio's gang, a bunch of like the nastiest, meanest group of fucking knife-throwing killers you've ever seen. Complete fucking bastards. And there's Aldo Sombra. You might remember him from Navajo. He was the villain in that. The moment where Indio frames him for the murder of another member of the gang, Stretch, I think his name is really very Shakespearean. It reminds me of the scene in Macbeth where Macbeth goes and he kills the king, and then he frames like the two guards. Like it's very similar, and also just Indio's reaction to it after he kills them, he just starts sobbing like a maniac. He's just clearly somebody that's not in his right state of mind, but he's also fucking evil and sadistic. Once again, the composition of these shots, right? It looks like a fucking Renaissance painting,
right?
like a Rembrandt or something like that. And you see shots like this throughout the fucking movie. I mean, don't forget, we're talking about people like Leone who were very cultured. A lot of these dudes were, had gone to these art schools in Rome. And in Rome, of course, you've got, you're surrounded by beauty, incredible fucking museums and shit. Florence, of course, in Italy, evidently is like the museum city of the world. They have a bed that's reserved for victims of what's called the Stendhal syndrome, because the writer Stendhal evidently had this experience where he had a nervous breakdown because he was just looking at too much beauty, too much awesome, overwhelming art. And evidently this is actually something that happens to people. So, of course, all of these guys, as cinematographers and directors and shit, they studied the fucking masters. And you really see a lot of that in just the general way that these movies are shot.
All the shots are laid out.
Very, very, very much so. Leone, was he appreciated in his lifetime? I don't know. I know that he was in Italy. I know that.
I don't think so. Not that much. He wasn't that. No.
He ever really got the love that he did.
I would say no, personally.
I think he was one of our truly. He was one. Well, people tell me that in Italy, yes.
Oh yeah. For sure.
But I don't know.
No.
But over here, nah. And that's why he was. That's why he did. Once Upon a Time in America.
West.
Was because he had been offered The Godfather.
Yeah.
And turned it down.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have given him an air of legitimacy that he I guess coveted, that he wanted. Now, of course, he is recognized for the master that he was, and in Rome there is a I think Sergio Leone Boulevard.
I'd love to see him do like Dracula. I'd love to see him take on Dracula and Frankenstein,
dude,
and the Wolfman. Like those three, I'd be cool, dude. Like,
oh my god,
there's certain directors where it's like, I'd like to see your take on Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Wolfman.
Do you know
I know it's kind of weird.
Do you know how old he was? Do you know how old he was when he died? He was like
90?
fucking 50.
Oh wow, that's like just.
He was overweight. He smoked. He drank.
It's crazy.
He didn't take care of
Well,
himself.
look at Eggers, dude. He's like younger than me, and like the movies he's putting out looks like a master filmmaker. I mean, it is a master filmmaker.
Right.
And he's in his 30s, you know. Fucking crazy.
Giants standing on the shoulders who were standing on the shoulders of giants who were standing on the shoulders of giants.
I want to make one movie before I die. That's like
I would
my
love to
goal, you know. Like
it's always been a dream
I am
of
going to
mine,
do
too.
it, but it's like fuck, dude. You know.
It's getting easier and easier.
It's like
right?
the older you get, it's like, well, fuck, maybe I should start writing a screenplay and kind of kicking it around because
I've written so
who
many.
knows how long I'm going to be here, you know? Maybe I should do it pretty easy.
Well,
you know? So
I wanted to make films, but then I discovered that it was impossible with no money because people will tell you, like, they'll show up. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll show up, and then don't show up.
yeah, no, that's how it is for anything, though. You know,
that is how it is for anything.
I guess you got to entice people and
right,
kind of fucking get them there. You know, maybe get a food truck or something. You know,
right. And the way that you broke into the movie industry back then was by writing, and so I became a writer, and I wrote a butt ton of screenplays, and some of those, I'm not ashamed of. A couple of those are all right. One of them I would love to adapt into a comic book for sure. Tequila Moonrise, my Mexican wrestlers versus monsters thing. I wrote that as a screenplay. Mind you, I also know that if I adapt that, it's going to be 100% comic book, right? You don't just, you can tell. It always shows when you see comic books that are clearly based on screenplays because nothing's moved around. Everything is just very...
Yeah, do the comic first because they can just fuck off and just take the comic and shoot the screenplay from the comic. You know what I mean? They can take the panels from the comic. That's
the next IP I would love to launch. But that was also the very first thing that I ever wrote where I went, this is professional quality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and with Six Gun Gorilla, I remember thinking, should I do this as a screenplay? Should I do it as a comic? Should I do it as a screenplay? And so I did it as a comic and wrote it as a comic, and then also wrote it as a screenplay. I've got a bunch. Sitting in drawers. We'll see what happens. I love how for the Man with No Name's test. He's just joined the gang, and Indio's like, okay, this is going to be your initiation because we haven't seen you fight, right? And so he sends them into this town, and the name of the town is Agua Caliente, literally hot water. And it's like what do they say? They're just like, oh, they're not going to like you there. They don't like anyone there.
Right.
This is like the wicked place. This is like Sodom and Gomorrah, right? This is just a place that's mean to fucking strangers. And a lot of people think Sodom and Gomorrah, like in the Bible, the reason why they were destroyed was because of sexual depravity. Go back and read that shit. They were destroyed because of the way they treated strangers. Badly. And so he comes in, writes by himself, and this this looks apocalyptic. And there's something about these movies, like I said, that feels otherworldly, biblical, apocalyptic. And so you've got this little naked child running to its mother, and she grabs a child, runs inside, and then there's an old woman. The world building, the sense of place that Leone creates is uncanny. It's just wonderful. So he comes in, Clint, of course, looking harder than a motherfucker. And first one of these dudes approaches, and then his buddies show up, and he starts shooting the fucking apples off the trees, and then Mortimer joins him, and suddenly they realize, shit. And I just love how it's the way they come up, it's almost zombie-like. Right? And then when they suddenly realize, oh shit, these guys are badasses, the way they back up is kind of, and then they just fucking bolt, and then they just jet. Yeah, the balance of the drama with the humor and, you know, the action adventure stuff. I just really think that these are really near perfect movies. And out of the three, yeah, this is my personal favorite.
Yeah, I mean, for a while it was Good, Bad, and the Ugly for me, and then this one kind of grew on me. You know, as far as Clint movies though, I Josie Wells is always going to be my favorite. I know it's not spaghetti, but yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, look, I mean, I love Unforgiven. I think that's a masterpiece. High Plains Drifter.
Yeah, Pale
is
Rider.
one of my favorite movies.
Pale Rider. Pale Rider stuck with me a lot. As a kid, that one was my jam. I like that one more than anything. But as I got older, Outlaw Josie Wells. I mean, just for me, it was all the characterizations, all the different motherfuckers that he encounters with throughout the story. You know what I mean?
Right.
All these cool little kooky characters that Josie kind of encounters. I just thought that was so fucking cool how the director could encapsulate so many of these wild characters in the world. You know, I'm real big on characters and the impact that they have in a story for the sweet little time that they have in the story, which is minute.
You know, Ridley Scott was going to do a remake of that.
Fuck it, bring it on, dude. You know, like I'm all about like people like remaking things and doing things their way. Like, you know, Eggers with fucking, you know, Nosferatu.
It's based on a novel, so
like, I was telling my kid, you know, like, hey, this is based on Nosferatu, and that's, you know, the oldest. That's like the first Dracula movie ever made. You know, even before the guy with the Widow's Peak. You know, and because my kids don't know what Bela Lugosi is, you know, so I don't know.
Have you talked? Like, I always thought it's just like, if I had kids, right, age appropriate sex education, age appropriate horror education, right, all that stuff. There's certain like milestones I think of, like, are they ready for this? Like, what age would I tell my son, like, okay,
yeah, you gotta be careful with the kids, dude. You know, like the younger you show the kids the stuff, the sooner they kind of start hitting the puberty. You know, like their mind chemically like changes like that. So if you show them young shit, they're gonna chemically change younger in their mind. It's gonna happen. So if you wait a little longer, you know, and you gotta be careful, dude. You know, so
no, of course. I mean, like I said, like with horror movies, I'd start them out with like the Universal monsters.
Oh right? Yeah, if you could get them down for that, you know, it's hard. It's a hard sell. Like for me, at a young age, right? Like my dad would just like, here's fucking Abbott and Costello, watch it or not. And I watched it and I loved it. And for me, that was my Frankenstein, you know, Abbott and Costello meets the Wolfman. Like those were my movies before even watching the OGs, you know. So that was a good like way, a good bridge.
Right. And then you can get them into the Hammer movies.
Yeah,
right?
Hammer later on, dude. That's where
Hammer. And,
yeah,
you know, and then maybe when they're around 15, 16, you can show them fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, right? I mean, for me, probably, I think once like 15, I'm like, oh, okay.
Probably. It just depends on like where they're
start watching some of the hard shit now.
It just depends on where they're at psychologically and like who they are.
It's
and you got to try to figure them out. You know, it's hard.
Right.
You really never know. You can do whatever you can and like look at the kid and see who their friends are and what, but you really don't know who they are. It's hard to get inside their head, you know. And then once you can, hopefully figure that impossible path out, then you can show them Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, but that's one of the reasons I've always given against censorship. It's just like, well, we need to protect the children. I'm like, it's called parenting. You need to protect your children.
Yeah, no, it comes down to the parents.
Control what they fucking see, hear, and read.
Mm-hmm. Everything comes down to the parents, 100%. It's all the parents' fault. You know, like, you know, it is. I'm sorry, it's a fucked up world, but it is what it is.
Yes, you know, it's just like, oh no, we got to ban it for everybody because you know it might.
That's how I am, man. I'm like, I'm extreme on my views, you know, and like I just feel like I'm just like absolute in a lot of things, you know. And it's down to the parents.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, of course, this is Luigi Pistilli. He is in a fuck ton of these movies, and I mean not just the Leone movies. He's in like a billion fucking spaghetti westerns. He's in The Great Silence, and this is just one of those moments that that whenever I watch this movie, I always say the line out loud. It's like a knee-jerk reaction. I can't help myself, right? And this is when like Indio has killed Cuchillo, which means knife or blade.
But it's not Indio that killed him. He made the other guy killed him.
No. Fucking Indio blasts him. He shoots him in the back.
Oh, okay, him. Okay, I thought you were talking about the guy that got stabbed. I didn't say shit. All right.
Right. No, that's all good. And look at his
face. And the fake cry, like it was so overly dramatic, just to show you how the guy's a good actor, but make it over the top to show, you know what I mean, to show that it's fake. I really liked it because you're like,
he's an incredible actor, and it's an incredible performance. It's a fucking great villain.
Everyone here is good, I think.
And this moment, like I said, it feels like Shakespeare, but it also feels biblical. Right? Because what's he doing? He's in Judas. And just like Sombral's expression here and the clothes and everything, all that shit. If you think it's there, it's most likely there. Don't forget, of course, you're talking about Leone, who was very, very heavily Catholic. Volante, not so much, communist. Like I said, also very, very political, very strident, and really wanted to make political movies, and he made some that were very good, for sure. But yeah, when Pastilli comes up here and Tuco is just fucking Indio is losing his fucking shit and just fucking pumping bullets into Cuchillo's back, he comes up and he goes, Indio. Right? Like he's just kind of like, my boy, like, I think you're fucked up. Right? Like he suddenly realizes, like, oh shit, like my boy's a maniac. Yeah. And once again, like the close-ups of like the faces.
Well, they're using a different film on here, right?
I'm sorry?
Are they using a different type of film on this movie specifically than like their average like spaghetti western movie? Because it looks fucking different. It just looked different.
Here's the thing: Fistful of Dollars was a low-budget movie.
This one,
don't forget, you also watch. He's also sharing probably the remastered edition.
Yes.
Because it looked fucking different, bro. Like it just looked totally different. And I watched it on a fucking phone. I didn't watch it on my 60-something inch. I watched it on my phone. I'm like, dude, this looks different. Like high def.
This is the Blu-ray.
Still different, Like it just didn't look like the other. I mean, obviously the other ones are not high def, like they're charming and whatnot, but this one looks fucking different. I mean, obviously clean a little bit, but just something was different about it.
I own these movies. There's certain movies that I own in every format, right? Blade Runner, the first two Mad Max movies, Escape from New York, the Romero Dead movies, right? Certain movies I have in everything except Laserdisc. I never had Laserdisc, but I got the fucking VHS, I got the fucking DVD, I got the fucking new DVD, right? Like restored version. I got the fucking Blu-ray, 4K. Hopefully will be a budgetary possibility for me sometime in the near future. Holograms, get the hologram edition. I'll get that. For me, it's always a new way of watching a favorite movie. I mean, just the detail is incredible. And here you see the rattlesnake. What are those called? Engravings in the hilt of the pistol, right? Nice yes, shot. There are people that make those, and they can't obviously screw them onto like a live gun, but you can buy those, and like if you have like cult repeater, I mean not repeater, like
a set kind of
a peacemaker. As a matter of fact, I need to buy more GATs. I'm severely like under.
I would do that. I mean, I can see that. Like you have like the set. Like I'm gonna put a fucking Thor hammer in here, or I'm gonna put a python in here, or a Colt, or a
right, right. But people love the fucking replicas, and like I said, man, when I got this watch, it made me feel like a big kid, and every time I pick it up, I feel like a big kid.
Stupid
little thing like this.
Some people watch these movies, and then some people fucking live these movies. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a difference. You know, like they're really
Yeah.
transported into this world. You know, they live it.
Yes.
They know
And
these
I always-
characters, and it's fucking weird. But I mean, some people are like that, man. And they
Where do you get that watch again?
They want keepsakes, you know.
My Conan sword, when I got the Atlantean sword, right?
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Where did you get that watch again?
Oh, just on off of Amazon.
Okay.
Hey, Brian, that Atlantean sword you got, you know?
Yeah.
The one, well, not the Amazon watch, but that Atlantean sword.
Yeah.
Jim Zub put it in the fucking new Conan book. Specifically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such an icon. Look, I will not allow any fantasy swords into my sword collection. It's historical shit or nothing. But I had to make that exception.
Hey, guess who finds the sword from who? Guess who takes that sword from who?
What, in the new shit? Oh, well, it's Cole. It's an Atlantean sword. It's an Atlantean king. The Atlantean king is quite clearly Cole.
Well, who does Cole take it from then?
Who does Cole take it from? I don't know. Thulsa Doom?
Yep. And who does Conan take it from?
I'm sorry?
And who does Conan take it from after that?
No, well, Conan takes it from Cole. Because Cole's from like...
Damn, you just figured the whole story out, and you haven't even read it yet.
Which one?
Issue 11.
Issue 11. Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, that's always been the story.
You just
that's
spoiled
what they
the whole
did,
thing.
huh? It's dude. It's I mean,
the writer was like, I don't give a fuck. People know Conan from the fucking movies, but 90% of people that know Conan know it from the movies. I'm putting the motherfucking sword in here. I'm putting fucking Tulsa the fuck Doom in here. And I was like, hey, dude, you know what? Fuck it. And it made sense, dude. And the way that he time traveled back into fucking Cole's time, it fucking worked, dude.
What did he do with Thulsa Doom? Because Thulsa Doom, that's two different characters. The Thulsa Doom that's in the movie, completely different character.
He took the
Thulsa
one from the
Doom
book.
that's in the stories. He wasn't a Conan villain. He was a Cull villain.
It's a Cull villain.
And he was a lich.
Yep, that's what he is.
Yeah.
He's a lich and he's a Cull villain in this one as well.
Okay. Because that would be crazy if somehow they connected, like the James Earl Jones guy. The whole idea.
Well, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm 100% cool with that.
That'd be fun.
But
yeah,
it's got to be in Conan's time. Like he's no longer a lich in Conan's time in Hyperborea, but in Atlantia,
or multiverse or whatever.
But the thing is, Howard put him in the 1930s. He comes back as a fucking gangster.
No fucking way.
Yeah. Howard did it. Yeah.
And which stories? I gotta fucking because the thing
I
is,
don't know.
It's like,
go watch those videos. Go to that channel. They talk about it, and I'm like, I'm totally fucking cool with that, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm down with fucking Thulsa Doom being the Lich, and then jump like 10,000 years later. He's the more of a humanoid type, dude that could transform into snakes, and then boom. He's a gangster in the 1930s. And the thing is with that verse is it's the modern times in their verse that they're doing now is 1930. It doesn't go past 1930. It never will. That's what they're saying.
That's fucking amazing. So cool.
I knew you like that.
Here's the thing. I think that Howard is being discovered now in a new way. I think he's being discovered the way that Tolkien was discovered.
Yeah, I agree.
People are finally taking his shit seriously.
No, it's swelling up, dude. It's growing, dude. It's growing slowly, but it's gonna blow up in like probably about 5 years. You're gonna see like a Conan movie begin.
Right when
it just had to be in public domain.
Done exactly. I know that there was a Red Nails anime that was supposed to be made. No, I'm sorry, not an anime. An animated version of Red Nails.
With Ron Perlman. Everybody talks about that shit, dude.
Yes.
Like, everybody wants it.
Almost happened.
They're talking about releasing the vocal takes. Like release the Snyder Cut, release the vocal takes where you just see Ron Perlman. Yeah, motherfucker, you Stygian dogs, bow by my blade.
Right. I really liked his Conan in the video game.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Like whenever I read the Conan reviews, I always try to emulate Ron Perlman's voice, So it's perfect because I love that fucking video game. It's my favorite game for PS3. I have it. It's in the garage.
Did you finish it? Because I remember.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
I fucked that game up, dude. I finished it. fucking love that game.
I was madder than a motherfucker because I couldn't finish it. I just
game I didn't finish that I loved. It just froze on me, and I got so fucking anal leaked. It was
Rage Quit.
No, I fucking butthurt. It was
Brutal
Legend, dude. Brutal Legend with Jack Black. That game was so metal, dude. It was the metalist of metallic fucking games of all time. And it just froze on me. I was getting this. I was like, they have these dragon statues in the game, you know, and like you have to go and like wake them up, and I don't know. Anyways, let's get out of the fucking past and get into the dirt.
But yeah, no, I can't wait to read that shit. And the videos, are those on Conan.com or those?
They're on the Conan YouTube channel,
which is
Conan the Barbarian. It should be Conan the Barbarian, just straight up YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, did you see the fucking Dio video that somebody did? It's like, I mean, it's great. It's to a Dio track, but it is basically a history of Conan in comics.
Oh, that's sick.
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah, Howard's my jam right now, dude. Like, I'm not even Marvel and DC like full like right now. Like right now, I'm full Howard. Like, I want to see that guy's like legacy, like, because he just did everything before everybody, like a lot of shit, except for the fucking cape and tights, dude. He already did everything. He fucked everybody up first. Like he had the Cold Detective, like all kinds of shit. I'm like, oh my god. He had like fucking 20 characters.
I tell you.
Like 30 years old, dude. Like, oh my god. And he crossed over. He had crossovers. Like Cole and Tony did the first crossover back in the day. He had the first shared universe.
I've read that.
Before everybody, you know, when he was like 29, 28.
The thing is his work was not always easy to get a hold of. The main way that you got a hold of Robert E. Howard was through Arkham House, which was the same publisher that put out hardcover editions of H.P. Lovecraft.
Dude, he's got work that like was printed in
Lovecraft was from Arkham House.
Dude, he's got work that's like put out like little fucking like little kind of like Penny Dreadfuls or dime store novels, like little fucking pulps, you know, like that are put out they're printed on toilet paper and you can't find them. And there some of them like there's like 5 in the world, and they're worth probably like thousands each, but still for me that like, dude, they should be priceless. And people are trying to hunt them down. You know, like I was listening to archaeologists do interviews on said channel I've been talking about, and I'm just like, dude, I want to read this shit, dude. You know, like I don't know. I just think that guy. I just think certain writers come around and they're just on something. Time. You know, he predates Tolkien, dude. And Tolkien is like right here, and like he predates him. You know, Tolkien is. I heard it like was inspired by Howard.
Yes. He really defined high fantasy.
Brian, imagine fucking Sergio Leone doing a Conan trilogy.
Oh, dude, don't even get me fucking
Spain. In Spain and in Italy, just filmed it all.
In an alternate universe, man. In an alternate universe.
Because they filmed it there anyway, right?
Yes.
So it's like, fuck, dude. Like he would have done an all right job. The worst.
Check this out. Have you seen this? Severin? That looks like Severin to me. You could actually have fun with like fellow comic geeks calling out the fucking artists that you see in this. Check this out. John
Severin?
Yes. That's Bushiba. Now the slaughter begins.
I don't know, man. I just feel that like as I age, I'm just kind of more into this stuff. You know what I mean? Like more than
me too.
Modern, you know,
isn't that
like
funny?
I try to push myself to draw like modern streets and things like that, but it's just.
I've been wanting to do a sword and sorcery comic book since forever. I am going to do one. That is on my list. That's very high on my list.
Like for me, I'm more. I don't know. Like Gut Wrench, I want to do this more. You know, but then I also have like American stories I want to do. Like I have American barbarian stuff that like I'm not going to talk about, but
you do post-nuke barbarians.
I have
like I did that for
Irish stuff I want to do, but then and I have like one superhero story I want to do where I got to draw buildings and shit. You know, I have to, but it's like 90% of the shit I want is like.
I know I got a long list too. Carrie Nord right here. Remember that was the one with Luciak.
I fucking love Carrie Nord.
So good.
Oh, good. Oh,
dude, I love
like these are better than the.
That was right when the Momoa movie came out, dude. Me and my little bro got up right on that shit, bro. And talked to my brother, dude. I haven't talked to him in like 10 years. And my little bro's reading Brandmach Morn.
No, that's what I love about Exo Manowar.
Yeah, right.
Exo Manowar was technically Conan with a fucking alien armor.
Yes.
He was. Yeah, he's cool. I mean, he's all right. But
that's what he was, dude. That's exactly what he was. He was a barbarian that got kidnapped by aliens. I like the fact that in one of the original stories, like back in the days, like he met Elvis because Elvis was kidnapped by them too.
That's funny.
I never got into that one though for some reason. I don't know.
But me, I love the one when they relaunched it in 2016, I think. And
that's
when Carrie Nord was in it. And dude, having Carrie Nord from Conan drawing the fucking thing, dude, I have a giant fucking print of it here that I got because I worked for Valiant. Because I did 2 covers for Valiant.
That run, yeah. If you haven't read that, Matt, that second run,
dude, it's fucking insane.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It's
the
so
third one is
awesome.
The third one is good.
Guys, a straight up
they did another one, but the one that they relaunched in 2016, I think it was, dude, it's fucking insane. Amazing. I have all the fucking omnibus here. I fucking love that shit.
Fuck you.
Conan or what?
No, the one from Men of War.
Men of War. Okay.
Dude, he's a Visigoth.
I have to check it out.
Let me
from Valiant?
It's fucking Conan in space. Like
I don't know, man.
He gets captured.
I gotta
goes
read
to
it.
Space,
if I read it, I'll probably like
fucking armor, saves his fucking people.
But I'm a very visual person.
All right, I just muted you, motherfuckers, just to be a dick. And Sim, this is for you, my friend.
Can I tell you something?
What? Fuck you.
The full fucking set. And like I was trying to tell you,
shit is dope.
Before you lit up on it too, dude. I did 2 covers for Valiant Comic, right? I didn't get paid because some fucked up thing happened. Right?
Oh, really?
But dude, I got a fucking limited edition lithograph by Carrie Nord. That's like dope. Giant fucking size with the seal on it. And I'm like, dude, that's fucking insane.
I like
seriously, that. Dude. You're like, I'll take that. I'll take
signed.
That.
And I got it signed by Carrie Nord.
Yeah,
I never got to design a Man of War for some reason with like the helmet on his face and shit. I seen some designs where he was like, where he's got like his hair and.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Don't look at the old one from the 90s. Look at the 2016 and up, dude. It's fucking insane.
Amazing.
That's the ones I'm talking about. I gotta go check it out though. I mean,
you see his long hair and he's fucking dude. Is
that's
insane.
Cool. I mean, then that sounds dope. I liked Eternal Warrior for a little bit. There was a couple spells that I liked of that, and I like Shadow Man, a couple of spells of that as well. But for me, it's like all about this shit right here, bro.
Bloodshot was good too.
I love all this shit that Brian's showing right here. I'm just all full blown like Conan, Solomon Kane, Bulk. That's where I'm at right now, bro. Like that.
Ignore it again.
Yeah, I am going to drop the link of the link for this in the chat for you because you're gonna want to add this to your fucking.
And by the way, Carrie Nord, another Canadian artist, by the way.
Oh really?
Oh, is it Canuck? No shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking
guys
dope.
Guys are taking over, man. Guys are taking over.
They're gonna be doing the Frost Giant's daughter, like starting.
I told you, dude. We need to do that Barbarian book.
Yeah, man. For fucking sure.
And how I love this shit, dude.
Isn't this great?
It's hard to imagine like Conan without Frazetta, though, right? Like,
look at the Conan art from the books, from the old issues of from the magazines of Weird Tales, right? Look at Conan, the way he's illustrated, and before Frazetta and after Frazetta, and it's night and fucking day. Yeah. For comic books, all of the great Conan artists have been sort of informed by Frazetta, right?
Yep.
I do like the fact that the French, like in the new one, they've given him different hairstyles because most people don't go through life with the same hairstyle.
No,
they let the art. They let even though they respect the story to the point.
100%.
They let the freedom of the artist.
Yes.
This is insane.
Yes, and that is why they're the shit.
Well, that's the whole thing about Conan is like he chops his hair with his sword, right? Like, oh, my bangs are getting in my fucking eyes, and it's never
he has
even.
A broken nose, and he has
He's
a
got
broken nose,
you know, like
because Howard said, and the Frazetta, you know, read Howard. He was like, he never knew a boxer that didn't have a broken
nose. Yes, and that's the first thing I did in my drawing of Conan, dude. I broke his fucking nose.
And Jason Momoa,
he's
even
perfect
though
for...
that movie is fucking hot garbage.
Yeah, I'd always have cast him first. It would be him or Cavill would be my second. Or
I'm sorry, but Momoa was perfect cast.
Looked exactly like the character.
But the way they wrote him was
garbage.
They did the guy dirty.
It was trash.
They did. Yeah, they did. And also, this is when I started liking Jason Momoa, because at first I thought he was just some pretty boy.
He broke his own fucking nose.
He goes to like one of the fucking he reads this, right, about the, you know, Frazetta and Howard and the broken nose thing, right? And he goes up to one of the stuntmen that he's been training with, and he goes, "You should break my nose."
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He's just like, can you break my nose? He's like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. And he, boom, breaks his fucking nose.
Yeah, he's gangster,
That's
dude.
a fucking genius.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That guy was done fucking dirty.
Done dirty. Like, he's my first pick for Conan. Like, still. Fuck everybody in the dirty ass. And then after that, it would be Cavill. I think Cavill looks like a fucking Buscema Conan.
And then some people were like pissed off.
Yeah.
Some people were pissed off because he wasn't Caucasian. And I'm just like, he looks exactly like the fucking character.
Who?
That's what I fucking care about. You know, some right-wing motherfuckers were just like,
fucking idiot. He looks like with a fucking good 10. What the fuck are you talking about? All you have
to care about is that he looks exactly like the fucking character, which he
does.
Yeah. No, he does.
And he got
like my only complaint was two things.
I love this right here because it's like a slow jam part. No, go ahead, Matt.
I was gonna say I would like to just give him the classic fucking golden hair and the blue eyes. And people were photoshopping it before the movie had even released on the Conan message boards, because I was on the Conan message boards back then, you know, for the movie. And I was just like, yeah, dude, that fool looks like it's scary. Like he looked like scary perfect for Conan when they put the hair on him and the blue eyes.
That's why when people were like mad, they're like,
you haven't seen
they're like
race blue eyes
him.
like
I'm
that,
just
you know,
like, fuck you.
And the hair just chopped, the bangs just fucking chopped with a sword, you know? Like, he has curly like hair, dude, like kind of like mine. Like, you know, it's not like that, you know. And
he looked great. He obviously put his heart into it, but that movie is hot fucking garbage. The first thing it does is it takes the world that Robert E. Howard created and crumbles it up and fucking throws it right in the fucking toilet.
Yeah, no, I would
literally.
totally
that's how the
movie
begins. Is like you get a description of Hyboria, and it's not Hyboria. Go fuck yourselves.
I would remake that movie like two more times with that fool. I'd be like, all right, let's remake it again. All right, he's just like the perfect guy for the role. He's just down as fuck.
Yes.
You know, like, to me, he seems like an Atlantean blooded northerner. I know that sounds weird, but like his Polynesian fucking Midwestern blood, perfect for what Conan is. You know, and that's what Conan is. He's an Atlantean and he's a northerner, and Atlantean usually means, if you take out the Howard thing, it means Polynesian. You know, for most cultures. You know? So, which is like Greek or whatnot.
I give a rat's ass about his genetic background. It's just the fact that he looks exactly like the character. End of conversation.
Yeah, I mean, there's that too. But I mean, like, if you want to break it down, like, in a different
but everybody's got to stay in their lane these days. You know how it is.
Yeah. Yep. But for me, he always felt like Greek and Northern and Norse combined. To me, Conan is Greek and Norse combined. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's not Howardian, but that's how I always imagine it.
It's not. He's a barbarian, and the barbarians were the Germanic Gothic tribes. He's a Visigoth, basically.
Yep. But the thing is, when you throw in the whole like Atlantean thing, and I know Atlantis was like besides, like, it was all over the world, right? In Howard's world, it was everywhere, right? It wasn't just one little fucking thing, right?
Yes.
But
Why can't Cull and Conan be related?
Right. And for me, I kind of break off from that because I think that's bullshit. Personally, I think Atlantis wasn't everywhere. You know.
No.
In Howard's universe, Atlantis was everywhere, and there was different cultures. And Cole was at the top of the pinnacle of technology, right? That's dope. But for me, I'm like, nah. I think Atlantis was one big ass.
Well, Atlantis were barbarians in Cull's time.
Yep. But they had like 3 cities. They had 3 big fucking massive cities, right? And for me, that's dope. But I don't think that's how it was in reality. I think there was one big fucking just one continent, maybe, right? And they were a society.
If you look at the map of Hyboria, it's the world before continental drift.
Pangea, right?
Yeah. So you've got you can get all the way up north. You got the fucking Vikings all the way down at the bottom. You go down to Africa and the Middle East, and then off in the east, you've got Asia, right, which is just one big fucking country of its own. You've got the Russian steppes and everything. If you look at the map, it's right. And certain areas became ocean, and then other areas became land, and all that stuff. It was, that way you could have this character without having to hop in a boat. Although, of course, he does have his buccaneer years. That's when he was with Bellet, Queen of the Black Coast. He fucking, it's basically one landmass. You can march from,
one to the other.
It's one continent. It's one continent, but all the cultures exist, right? And all the different ethnic groups exist. And all the countries. It's very obvious what they are.
But for me, Conan, he never looked Germanic. Never. Not at all. Never. To me, he always looked like very Germanic. Maybe a little bit mixed with something.
else. My brother had black hair.
Yeah.
Nice full head of hair too. Never lost it.
But he always looked mixed. Conan always looked mixed to me. He does not look nomadic. He is not blonde with blue eyes. Even though he has blue eyes in the story, but they never draw him with blue eyes, right?
Okay. Ryan.
Yes.
Share my screen for a sec. I finally found one. It's the only one I found from the old Conan I did.
There we go. Dude. There we go. I love the shield.
And see, I love that. Broken nose and that little scar.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I think I remember. I think I was watching when you did that.
And I did this one. Another barbarian.
Yeah. Barbarian right there. That's the barbarian. That's fucking
Axe-wielder John.
I'd say that's the most relevant barbarian right now in comics.
Have you read it yet? I haven't.
Yeah, I did a review on it actually. He's coming out with a toy.
I watched all your reviews.
The company that does the Morgborg toy, the one that I was talking about, that board game, they did a badass toy. And they're gonna do a crowdfund for Axe-wielder John next. But yeah, he's definitely the biggest barbarian in comicdom. I would say that in barbaric, but
I have a better
he's way more.
Barbaric is fun.
I would say he's way more iconic looking than the dudes from barbaric.
There you go. I have the final one right here.
He's got that Jonah
with fucking gauges in his ears.
This guy's like Conan meets Jonah Hex.
Yeah, totally, dude.
Go. The final rendering. I think that one came out pretty sweet. It was supposed to be in the book, but it seems like you forgot to put it in.
I gotta say, in indie, dude, he's one of the most characters that stick out in the past 5 years for sure.
I just want to thank Dan Fraga for this very nice cigar.
Cigarillo,
which is
definitely all tobacco.
Dude, it's not a cigar, it's a cigarillo.
There's nothing nefarious about this stogie. Anyway, I'm thinking. Hold on a second. I started a fucking fire in my ashtray.
What movie are we watching next week?
I'm thinking The Brood.
Okay.
I'm thinking The Brood. Shall I bring up the trailer for that real quick?
Yes, please.
Let's see.
Have you seen Forsaken? Have you guys seen The Forsaken from the 90s?
I think I have.
It's got that Jonah Hex fucking actor in it that played Jonah Hex from the CW. He's like the main actor in there. I never watched it though because I thought it looked
what is it again?
whack. It's a vampire movie called The Forsaken.
Oh yeah. It's
I
like
thought it looked whack, so I
car.
never picked it up. I never watched. I remember when it came out back in the 90s. Though.
Yeah, I was.
Is that Forsaken or
I didn't like
Forsaken?
it.
There's two different movies.
To be honest,
Yeah, I didn't care for
I
it.
I think what you're talking is maybe the old Western one.
I think it's Forsaken. But it's a vampire.
Yeah.
Forsaken looks like a Western, and the other one looks like it's a Twilight movie.
Yeah, the Twilight one.
It's the Twilight one. Yeah. And it's a real. You know what it is? It's like a really lame attempt at an Eric Red movie.
Okay, and I remember
Right?
it came out before.
Eric
Trying
Red.
to be,
It was a nine. I think it was a 90s movie, no?
The Hitcher, but it's just like mainstream.
Oh, so it's like a Hitcher with vampires, probably, right? But weak.
I wasn't crazy about it. I mean, you might get a kick out of it.
I never watched it. I thought it looked kind of lame because the trailer was whack.
It sucks. I thought it sucked.
No,
there were a lot of shitty horror movies that were coming around that time because remember that was the Scream era. So that was when horror movies were coming back, but they were, and it's pre-Twilight, but it's Twilight-ish.
Right.
Right? It's all about the hot young cast.
2001.
And if you look at the movie posters from that era, they're all the same.
So it's 1999.
They're all the Scream poster. It's just the hot young cast. Yeah, look up the movie poster, and that'll tell you what you need to know about that fucking that.
It looks like a wannabe fucking. You know what? You ready?
Near Dark.
Yes. 90s Near Dark.
It's Near Dark, but with like pretty people.
It looks like 90s Near Dark.
The vampires aren't ugly or gnarly or anything. We don't want Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
We want Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, the shirts are all like Miller's Outpost and shit. Anchor Blue.
Right. Yeah,
I'm talking about.
You can watch something better, man. You can watch something better. Your time is.
I never watched it.
There was a lot of there were a lot of horror movies from that period that are just utter fucking shit. Nowadays, you do get a lot of utter shit, but you've also got a lot of really, really good stuff. The baseline for contemporary horror movies is pretty high, actually. It's higher than you'd think. So even something that I don't like Abigail, it's not bad. It's just frustrating because I'm just like, oh, that could have been really good. And it felt like a missed opportunity. Although there is a moment in there that's good for if you're a Danzig fan.
Did you guys see The Exorcism? I heard that was pretty good. No, I didn't hear it was good.
No, I mean, the premise for that is fucking...
The concept sounds dope, but I don't...
Phenomenal.
I don't know. I was trying to get my wife to go watch it so she could tell me.
Yeah, and I watched that the movie The Brill the other day. Yeah.
Oh, it's Cronenberg? Oh.
It's Cronenberg's third movie.
I'm in.
Yeah, man.
I got some body horror or something.
It's because I don't want to give it away. Okay. This is one of those films where honestly, the less you know, the better.
Okay.
It is his third movie. His first movie was Shivers, which was about venereal disease, a parasite.
So when are we going to do The Fly? That's the question I want.
That's been on the list. It's been on the list. Of course,
I'll do The Fly
when that shows up. I'll see if I can fucking find that.
That's his best movie. Let's be real.
That's his best movie. That and The Dead Zone are his best movie. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Dead Zone was good.
This is how it goes.
I beg
Dead
you
Ringers, Dead Ringers, The Fly. This is for me, right? Dead Ringers, The Fly, and The Dead Zone.
Okay. Dead Zone's pretty dope, but History of Violence is better, and Eastern Promises is also
Which
better.
Which one was the first one?
The thing... what? Dead Ringers?
Dead Ringers, okay.
I gotta go History of Violence and Eastern Promises, both better than Dead Zone. And I love it.
No.
Sorry, dog.
Which one?
I know they're not horror, but I mean, we're just talking directors.
Look,
which one's better?
I'm definitely going to watch History of Violence more. I'm definitely going to watch Eastern Promises more than Dead Zone.
Dead Zone to me is well, for one thing, it has Christopher Walken's best performance.
That I will. Yeah, no, you're right.
This is the thing that boggles my mind. Yeah. This is why.
For sure.
Fucking Cronenberg is the fucking GOAT, right?
Mm.
Is because he was doing these really weird horror movies. And this is one of those really weird horror movies. The first one was Shivers, which was about a venereal disease parasite that turns people basically into sex zombies, right? And it has a very sort of J.G. Ballard feel to it. It also has fucking Barbara Steele in it, looking pretty fucking hot, like in her early 40s, still fucking hot, and she has a bathtub scene, so that's cool. The second one was Rabid, which stars the porn star Marilyn Chambers. She had become famous for a movie that she made in 1975 called Behind the Green Door. It came out around the same time as Deep Throat, and if you don't know like why those movies are historically important, they really are. I'm not saying they're good films, they're not, but suddenly porn was trendy. And you had couples, and you had celebrities, and people, just regular folks would go and watch a fucking dirty movie in a movie theater. But anyway, Marilyn Chambers plays this chick who gets into a motorcycle accident. Luckily, there's a clinic nearby. Unluckily, it's a clinic in a fucking David Cronenberg movie. So they do skin grafts on her, but there's a side effect where she has basically a punani in her armpit, and then this penis-like organ pops out of the punani in her armpit, and a spike comes out, and she drinks people's blood with it.
Oh wow, that's pretty.
This is fucking David Cronenberg, or especially early David Cronenberg, completely fucking bonkers shit, right?
Yeah.
And she gives people, her victims, they don't die. She doesn't drain them completely, but then they get a disease that is identical to rabies, and suddenly there's a rabies outbreak, and it sort of turns into like a zombie movie. This is his third movie, and it's probably his most personal. He was going through a child custody battle in a really ugly divorce.
That sucks.
And this movie is very much a product of his guilt.
Yeah, that I can only imagine.
Yeah,
I hate to lose my kids.
They come from the unknown.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so powerful about this movie is that the ending of this hits deep, like really deep. And this is the first movie that has that Cronenberg ending. He doesn't pull it off in every movie, but he pulls it off in a lot of his movies. His climaxes are devastating. And there's some cool monsters in this too.
You can feel their presence.
And Oliver Reed.
I'll say, is that my boy, the
mad lad, the mad lad himself? Fucking.
Is that our boy? Is that our boy, Brian?
I'm sorry.
Is that our boy?
That's our boy. Yeah, and
okay, I want to watch it. That's our boy now, so I want to.
Yeah, he's the head of something called psychoplasmics, which is a new radical form of therapy. Unfortunately,
it's hard to see that full now, dude. Whenever I see him, it's like.
Yeah. I don't think Cronenberg said he had any problems with him, because that's the thing about Oliver Reed. The guy was an incorrigible fucking drunk and a mad lad, and he discovered that he could, like, he was at this age right now where Peter O'Toole, Richard Harris, fucking Richard Burton, those guys needed to start cutting back or they were going to die.
Have you faced anything?
Right? Oliver Reed found that his capacity for alcohol increased. And so he became even more of a fucking mad lad.
Damn, that sucks.
And that was just him. But if you were directing him in a movie like this, he would show up and be a total fucking professional on the set.
Well, that's good. That's the main thing,
And stay sober.
I watched that movie the other day, and I'm not crazy about it.
Ready for me, Frank?
It's not for everyone.
I seem to be a very
It's not for everyone. In fact, there were some people, a lot of the critics were shocked by this movie.
It's nothing about being shocked or disgusted.
No. I know that's not your problem with it.
Do you?
I know that's not that's not going to be your problem with it. I'm saying that a lot of critics at the time were like, "This is disgusting. This is filth." Like they didn't. Yeah.
And I'm a fan of Cronenberg, and I hadn't seen that movie, and I did not like it that much.
Will destroy anyone.
Not saying it sucks,
not for everybody.
but
it's not for everybody. It's early David Cronenberg, but early David Cronenberg is in fucking sane. It's very surreal.
It's like thing one and thing two became crazy, and there's a whole bunch of them.
But didn't you think the tone of the movie was interesting?
That's the thing, is that it has a tone, and it seems funny and goofy. It's weird. Like, how can I say?
It's dreamlike.
Yes, not really. To me, it's more like it seems like a movie that wants to take itself seriously. Like
it does,
but the design of the creatures and the kids, it's fucking goofy.
It's playful. It's playful because you understand. I mean, you're an artist. You've explored surrealism. You know what surrealism is, right? As an artistic movement, right? Salvador Dali, Max Ernst, all those cats, right? Surrealism has always had certain traits. One of them is that it's subversive. Yeah, 2, that it's dreamlike. 3, that it has a sense of humor. That's always been the components of surrealism. Cronenberg was and can still be a surrealist.
There you go. I think the best way of saying it, why I didn't like it,
cinema.
It felt like a drag to watch.
Oh, so you didn't enjoy it? You didn't like? Okay, all right. Now that is as legitimate of a criticism as you can possibly.
Oliver Reed and Samantha Eggar, The Brood. They're waiting for you.
That's what I'm saying. I won't say that everything sucks. Like, I kind of understand.
I know.
It felt like a drag.
Dude, you're talking to me.
Like, I like Scanners way more. I like History of Violence. I like a lot of his fucking movies. I even like the fucking one. What's the thing? That something lunch there, where there's like they're in a fucking weird world there with a living. Hold on. What's the fucking movie?
We're talking about Cronenberg.
Yeah, dude. Hold on.
A lot of people didn't like Crimes of the Future. I did. I don't think it's top shelf Cronenberg, but the thing about Cronenberg that has always impressed and amazed me, and one of the reasons I admire him so highly as an artist, his mid shit is usually better than most people's best shit.
Like, I've watched a lot of his fucking movies. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a fan of it.
All of them.
I enjoyed Existence, even though there's a few problems. I like Scanners a lot.
Yeah,
Videodrome was interesting. History of Violence, I also like that one. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, The Brood felt like.
The Fly is the number one. History of Violence, Eastern Promises. I have to go back and watch all of his.
Scanners. Did you ever watch this? Did you ever watch Scanners?
You're not gonna put fucking Dead Ringers at least in like his top 5.
I've never seen it. I have to watch it.
Oh, okay.
And it has to go up and like for me to actually like watch again.
Dead Ringers is technically the story of two giant oculus that are.
Sorry, what did you just say before, Sin?
I was asking him if he saw Scanners, because Scanners was a pretty dope movie.
We should.
I like the Dead Zone too, but Scanners was very good.
It's awesome, dude. Bitches.
What?
Bitches, please. I got to go to see in a drive-in, thanks to my older brother, who was kind of a dick and an asshole, but he did do me this solid. When I was a kid, he took me to the drive-in to see Scanners. The opening movie, I think, was Dawn of the Dead. I got to see Scanners and Dawn of the Dead in a fucking double feature. Fucking exploding head, fucking extravaganza. One of my most cherished childhood memories. You know, Scanners is fucking awesome.
It's fucking insane. I love that movie.
I love that movie.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's Scanners yet. I got to check it out. I've heard about it.
That's Cronenberg moving a little bit more into the mainstream, but that's the thing. That's why he's the fucking GOAT, is the fact that he could go as totally mainstream from this like really edgy shit like Rabid, like Shivers, like The Brood, to making a Hollywood movie like The Fly, like The Dead Zone, and
well, dude, it's just
make
like
them David Cronenberg movies where he didn't have to compromise his vision at all.
Like if you watch History of Violence and like Eastern Promises, like the way it's so brutal, like in realistic and the way that he does things, there's just nothing like it really. Like I mean, I don't want to sound like it's this groundbreaking thing, but it's just the way he films it and the way Ego kind of and like I don't know, man. But I know that one's a graphic novel too, History of Violence. I think it's a Spanish one or French.
That was by Alan Grant.
Was it? Okay.
Or Wagner, the guy who created Judge Dredd.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Yeah. He wrote it, and then it was illustrated by
Vincent Block. There's Pat Mills and.
Oh, it was Pat Mills?
No. There's just saying.
No, it was Alan Wagner, I think.
I thought it was.
Alan Wagner. Yeah.
But
I'm trying to remember the name of the artist that the first guy that drew no.
But those two movies, dude, like they're not even like in the same genre as his other his body horror movies. They're just. Well, I put History of Violence and Eastern Promises like in a crime, like it's like crime, like his crime movies.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I fucking love him, dude. Like the way he shoots crime action or drama with crime action.
Yes.
Fuck, dude, it's so cool.
Carlo Esquerra.
So good.
Spider is okay. There's a couple of Cronenberg movies that.
So the creators of Judge Dredd are John Warner, Pat Mills, Carlos Esquerra, which is the first artist to actually design and create him, and Simon Spurrier. Yeah.
Oh no shit, man! No shit.
Yeah. The guy that did Strodom Dog was technically the first co-creator with John Wagner.
Of who? Of
Dredd. The Dredd's technically co-created by John Wagner, Pat Mills, Carlo Esquerra, and he was the first artist to actually design and draw Dredd.
No shit.
Damn.
God damn, man.
Crazy.
Fucking awesome.
Like they're saying right now, like the first created by John Warner and artist Carlo Esquerra, and then Pat Mills and Simon Spurrier are also the one getting credit for it. Because
my boy Cy. Big ups to you, Cy. I told you guys about my little disagreement with Mr. Spurrier. He behaved in a not very gentlemanly fashion. Remember, he's the guy who did the other
the other Six Gun Gorilla,
Yeah, and then went online and dissed me and said that I was like trying to I was lying about his comic to try to get attention from mine.
But Carlo Esquerra is people should know him better.
Oh, of course. Oh, dude. Yeah. And he's still alive. He's still with us.
Are you sure? I thought he passed. Hold on, let me check.
Because I know he.
Maybe you're right. No, he died in October 2018.
Damn.
Oh no!
I thought that's what I was telling you. He passed away. Yeah.
Do you know why I thought he was still alive? Because he was in the 2000 AD documentary.
Yeah.
On Tubi. Matt, have you watched that yet?
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah,
I know you did, Sim.
I watched it 10 times.
Of course, right? Matt, have you seen that yet?
The 2000 AD documentary?
Yes,
yeah, dude, fucking watch it.
Awesome.
And that's one of the first they tell you that
brother.
RoboCop came out of fucking them trying to they licensed Judge Dredd.
It's on YouTube or what?
Then everything went to shit. Then RoboCop got created.
What the fuck is it called?
2000 AD documentary on Tubi? Is that what you said?
2000 AD the documentary.
It's on Tubi though, right?
After
I think it's called Future Shock.
Future Shock. Yeah, that's it.
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that this weekend. That's my top priority.
Oh, you're gonna like it. You're in
It's fucking insane. I think it's also on YouTube. I'm not sure.
It's gonna inspire you. It's gonna inspire you. Like
I fucking love those guys, man. Like,
dude, they made that me. They're as much part of my inspiration and my zeitgeist of comics as heavy metal.
Yes.
To me, they are the comic book rebels that put comic books on the map. More than just kids.
Dude, no doubt. I remember when we first started getting, because we didn't get 2000 AD in America, right?
Yeah,
so you just heard about how dope Judge Dredd was. So they started releasing. They would chop up the stories and put them in 24, 28 page comics. And it was Eagle Comics, was it?
What?
I think. So we did. We got those comics here in America.
I know Dark Horse picked them up after a while.
Kind of like we got manga, but a little bit more. But yeah, to me, those fucking guys, there are It's them
again.
Before them. It's
again. Fuck.
Yeah.
I was lucky. Like it's one of the things that with all the time going, like I did not think that before. I was like, oh damn, those Americans are lucky.
Yes.
So with the time goes, I'm like, damn, I was fucking lucky being in Canada. Because dude, we were connected to the French comics.
Yeah.
We got mangas. We got fucking things from Britain, like England. Like we got 2000 AD. We had all this shit.
Yes, I know. You were lucky. You were totally fucking lucky. That shit, we got it in a trickle. Very, 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 very slow.
But it's something I discovered like a while back especially when I started, like, when me and you talked about it, when I realized that you guys didn't have access to all this shit. I'm like, well, we need to make a show about this.
Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You did a few shows.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always say that Sim and I, we kind of like walk, we're the apostles of French comics.
I just say that there's a lot of people that
fucking Meta Barons and the Crook of Our
There's a lot of people right now, calling Meta Baron one of the best shit ever. They didn't even know what the fuck it was until with us. Yes.
It is one of the best shit. It is one of the best shits ever, for fucking sure.
By the way, if you haven't read Meta Baron, go get it, you dope.
Yeah. You're in. Once again, it's like I envy you if you haven't seen that shit yet.
Oh, dude, man,
I envy you because you are in for a fucking treat. Like you're.
It's like it's. I think one of the best way of describing it is this. Okay, imagine you have a fucking ultimate fucking warrior in the universe. Okay, he can only be one.
Right.
And he can only have one child. It has to be a boy.
Yep.
Okay. He trains, raise that kid needs to sacrifice a piece of himself to something to have like a cybernetic, right? And then he needs to get strong enough to defeat his dad, kill his dad, and take his place.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now the first one happens, then the second one, I don't know, gets his dick shot off.
Yeah.
How the fuck does he deal with this shit?
Yeah.
And then the other one, I got twins. One's brain dead, one's not. One's a girl, one's a boy. Mix them both. Dude, it's fucked up.
One of them doesn't have a head.
One of them doesn't
That's the
have
body
a
part
head.
he loses.
He
literally doesn't have a head.
One of them got shot by Ethereum while he was still in his mom's fucking belly, so he's weightless. It's fucking insane,
It's insane. It's insane. It's Jodorowsky. Jodorowsky also, I was talking about surrealists before. Jodorowsky, surrealist. And yeah, it's like, because I read the Inkle first, and the Meta Baron was just a character, right? But he was a fucking badass. And so then he like expanded on that character and created like this mythology. It's basically it's like all the creative energy that he was going to put into his movie version of Dune went into that.
That's fucking insane, dude.
And it's amazing.
And
it's
dude,
amazing.
the artist is one of my favorite artists. And dude, I there was a moment like right before COVID or something like that. Dude, I posted something on one of the things because everybody said, you're so underrated. You're one of the fucking goats. Like, you are one of the biggest inspiration in my fucking artistic life. The entire thing I'm putting, the only reason why I'm doing that, my stuff, it's because I got inspired by you. I have all your fucking collection. I have every fucking book he has ever fucking done. I have. Okay? And dude, he fucking sent me a private DM. Thanking me and this and keeping my good word that he liked what I was doing. And that was right before he passed away.
That's awesome.
I remember this story.
Dude, that fucking got to me, dude. I remember jumping everywhere doing, Dave. Dude, he fucking wrote to me. What?
That's how I felt.
Holy shit.
I mean, that's how I felt when I posted to Mike Plug's Facebook, right? And sometimes it's clearly not him that's running it, and sometimes it is him, right?
Yeah.
And I wrote in the comments, I'm like, I can't imagine my childhood without the comic books. And he wrote back and said, Brian, I can't tell you how much that means to me.
It was pretty much just that, dude. He was like, dude, I don't get this often. Like, I wish you all the fucking all the success. His name is Juan Jimenez. And dude, that guy is a goat.
Amazing.
Just Google him.
Amazing. Yeah. At first, you're like, "Oh, this isn't Mobius. Mobius isn't doing this," and you're just like,
"No, dude, he's better than Mobius." I'm sorry, dude. Mobius is fucking good.
Not to the some Mobius.
Well, no, I mean,
Jean-Giraud was the shit too.
Yeah.
But
there's so many good artists that came out of like that era of metal and heavy metal, and I worked on Dune.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like Americans, they've discovered Japanese comics, and that's cool. Japanese comics are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Love me some Fist of the North Star. Love me some fucking Berserk. Love me, Delicious in Dungeon.
For me, it's like Vampire Hunter D.
Do you know how fucking
watch that series? It's a lot of fun.
Do you know how Jodorowsky got fucking Mobius? If you watch the documentary, because he says the story. Do you know how you fucking convinced Mobius to be the storyboardist?
How?
He goes, I want you because you're this, you're great. And he goes, but if I don't get you, I'm gonna hire Philippe Druyet or one of you. Fuck you, I'm in.
Snap. Right up to your face and kiss you.
Druyet and Mobius, they had a weird competition type of thing.
Yeah,
love and hate.
Healthy, I'm hoping. Like Muhammad Ali, Schwarzenegger kind of a thing. Right? It was good nature.
Druyet still has some remorse because he sees him as the guy that's willing to sacrifice everything to be the one and only best and shit.
Yeah.
That's what he says, Druyet. Like,
over
the art. So, and Druyet is more of the guy trying to uplift other people as well. So it's kind of like, Druyet wanted to be not Druyet, but Mobius wanted to be the star. You know what I mean? And you can't say anything. It doesn't take any way away from the guy. It's just that's the main idea of everything.
Not at all, because
Druyet says that he took some stuff from
that's it. That should all. I mean, that's all good shit, right? Because what is that?
But he also has good things to say from him.
They're getting your game up, right? So even if they're a little bit ahead of you, or even a lot ahead of you, by reaching and trying to get to where they're at, you're going to go way further than you would have.
Aim for the sky. Aim for the sky.
That's the fucking Schwarzenegger attitude.
Oh, dude, man, I would never in all my life thought, that fucking Juan Ramirez, like to him telling me that he loves the fact that I love his shit, but to him telling me that he likes what I do, dude, I'm sorry, like I would never have expected a guy that draws that way saying that he likes what I do.
Isn't that fucking great?
Cool.
But also that shows you that people can be really generous and open-hearted.
Yeah.
Well, and shows you that you're a badass too, because he doesn't have to fucking say anything to you. You don't have to say a fucking word to you. So if he goes out,
dude, that made me out of titanium, dude. I'm sorry, but
that should make you follow your gut. As far as I'm concerned, like if someone told me that, I'd be like, damn, I'm gonna follow my fucking balls now.
Dude,
that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
This is why I wrote all 10 issues of Six Gun Gorilla, one after another.
Yeah.
I finished them all in the space of like a year.
Mm-hmm.
And that was because I did the first issue and I sent it out and I contacted Joe Lansdale. I'm shocked at how little people know him in this space.
That's fucking weird, right?
Comic books like crazy.
You just gotta say Bubba Hotep, and then motherfuckers will like, oh, Bruce Campbell. Yeah. No fucking, you're dropping that shit on Bancroft. I was like, yeah, Bubba Hotep, motherfucker. That's how they it snaps into their their skull.
But like a hero of mine, like a modern day pulp writer that is
martial artist.
You badass martial artist too, right? But I've just always been a fan of his shit, right?
Yep.
And he was coming back from the movie set where they were shooting. And I mentioned this. Yeah, I guess on Bancroft Stream. Yeah, he came back from the fucking he was on the set of Cold in July. If you haven't seen that, watch that fucking movie. It's awesome. It's like a Sam Peckinpah movie. It's amazing. It's with Sam Shepard and the guy from Dexter. And
I've seen that. That's a good movie.
It's an awesome movie.
Nice little.
And Don Johnson is also up in that
Midwestern type, crime movie.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, that's based on one of. He was coming back from the set from that movie set.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so I sent him my stuff, and you think the guy's busy. He just came back from the fucking set of a movie that's being shot that's based on one of his books.
Dope.
And the motherfucker You know what he does? He fucking reads my comic, right? It was a digital file I sent him. He reads it, and he sends me that fucking quote. And I was just like, I was like, you know, because like my depression was still really bad at that time. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give myself 5 minutes just to say fuck it and feel good.
No, for real, dude.
I'd be like, yeah, boy, yeah, motherfucker.
Give like credit where credit is due, dude. Your book's good, man. You know what I mean? Like, no smoke, no fucking ass kissery, dude. Your book's good.
But, I mean, but that's why it's important to let people know, like, hey, I really, really liked your shit. When we hear that.
Yeah, no, you got to know. Even if you liked it a little bit, you got to let people know. Yeah,
you got to let people know. You got to let people know.
Hey, what sounds better? Like, check this out.
Yeah.
Hey, your book was pretty cool, right? Then someone else could say.
Yeah.
Fucking nothing. All right.
Yeah.
And I would rather have someone say, dude, your shit was dog shit. But that would be even better than nothing. But the thing is, like, if someone says it's cool, that's cool. That means they liked it a little bit. That's fucking dope, dude. You know,
dude. I remember getting all excited
your book
too.
Was mad. I think mad's better than nothing, personally.
I remember getting all excited and flattered when fucking Mike Barron asked me to trade books with him because he wanted to have Blood Hunt.
Oh, dude, I love Blood Hunt, dude.
I sent him Blood Hunt, and he told me that he really, really enjoyed it, especially the action, like the visual storytelling. He goes, I sent him to another artist I know, which was Broderick, and another one. Goes just so they can study the action and like the.
What?
Like,
I didn't hear that
shit.
part. I didn't hear that
I love
part.
Blood Hunt, dude. Like people, a lot of motherfuckers sleep on Blood
awesome,
Hunt, dude.
Bro.
Like that, you should be clearing like $100,000 on Blood Hunt. Like people just don't fucking know.
Yeah, you should. People don't know who you are.
I'm not blowing any smoke either, dude. Your shit's fucking dope. Like Blood Hunt, Black and White. It's like one of the best indie comics. And Brian, Six Gun Gorilla, both your books. Just because you're not my fucking homies, I'm not saying that. Like you read it, like I'm enthralled by the books. I fucking love them. I read a pretty good amount of comic books every month, you know, and like mainstream and indie books too. And
I'm happy to hear that my shit doesn't suck.
Yeah, dude. No, I want more Blood Hunt, dude. Like when I read it, I was like, yeah. Like you were saying you were gonna do a second one. I'm like, fuck yeah.
He's working on the new shit. He's working on the new shit.
The new shit's in progress.
It was just like I don't know, man. Like I haven't I remember when I watched. I guess I'll like simplify it easily. When I watched Blade 2, I was just like floored, like in the movie theater.
Isn't that great?
There was just so much. There was just so much awesomeness. Like of just the thing. I just want to talk about it, and it was, there wasn't that many people like I knew that I could actually like talk about it with, like nerds and shit. You know, at that time, like in the metal or hip hop and partying and things like that, right? Because I was like in 12th grade or graduating high school.
Yeah.
But when I read Blood Hunt, that was the way I felt. Like it was just so much lore and so much shit going on. Like this is so fucking cool, man. Like and still to this day, I fucking swear to God, like there's not a book like Blood Hunt in Comicsgate or in the fucking Sphere or fucking Iron Age. There's nothing like it.
I really enjoyed it.
I swear to God, like that.
I really enjoyed it too.
That's in my top
because
top book. That Cryptid Knowles, fucking Six Gun Gorilla.
One of the things I have to mention is like I love I heard a whole bunch of good comments like your review. You've been talking about it. A lot of people have been telling me good things about Blood Hunt. But one of the fun things is not to take away from everything is when Coleman bought it. Okay.
Yeah.
He's in my neighborhood, right? Dude, the guy could not even help himself but send me fucking texts on my phone when it was reaching certain points.
Oh no.
It's like, dude, this is fucking dope. Oh, I'm like, yeah, just wait. And then when he got to that ending, you remember the He goes, fuck you. I did not see that coming.
What's this, Brian? Oh,
that's fucking amazing. This is
the Dallo art, right? For
my man, Maxi Diallo. This are the pages that I was showing on Bancroft last night that are for Blood Moon Stomp.
I love this artist, man. Like I've got a bunch of his books. I got
he's amazing.
Silhouette. He did the silhouette artwork for
Jack of Irons.
He did Jack of Irons. I got the whole set for that. I got to do reviews on that. He's done a bunch of stuff.
The colors are fitting well with his style.
So good.
Yeah, that's Sean Spicer.
This is the best, in my humble opinions, Sim. This is the best colorist This guy does a lot of mainstream and independent books.
Yeah.
Spicer really does a great job because he keeps the inks intact.
Yes.
And he works with Adam Lawson a lot. And I would love to hire this guy if I had the money to do all of my work. And I think he would he'd just do good on everybody that, you know. But and Brian ain't showing shit. I know he ain't fucking showing nothing.
He also does.
He's just showing horror. He's showing the horror of this shit. It's fucking. It's Carpenter. It's fucking.
He's a colorist, one of my favorite artists too.
It's
Daniel Warren Johnson. No, Daniel, is that it?
No, Heron. A little bit of Johnson too. James Heron and a little bit of Daniel Warren Johnson influence.
Yeah, sure. dude, that fucking guy. Like, I since I discovered him, I was like, dude, this is my new. Not, I wouldn't say new favorite artist, but my new era favorite artist. Like from the new guys. Like I really like Daniel Warren Johnson's fucking shit. Like, dude, the what's his name? Uncle Horse there.
There's a lot. There's
Thor there. Eh?
Better
Ray Bill. Dude, that shit was insane.
Yeah. Wait till you read his fucking Murder Falcon.
Oh yeah,
I need to pick that up one day.
Pick up Metal Falcon, brother. I promise you'll love it.
Yeah,
it's just the premise that didn't really inspire me, but I'll grab it.
Like this guy right here, like Heron, Dallo, and Johnson. They're kind of like on a similar like wavelength, but not entirely.
Franco,
they're all the same, but they all dabble. They all dabble in a similarity, you know.
And I also have to say, I'm really enjoying his fucking Transformers.
Yeah, no, and I love this art, dude. Like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm evidently Maxi is almost finished with this, and it's.
And you're teasing. You're teasing. Like you need to tell people you're teasing with this. Like you need to tell people they have no fucking idea what they're getting. Right now, you're just teasing the horror aesthetics, like Cronenberg. You know, you're teasing a little Carpenter. You're teasing a little Alfred Hitchcock. You know, but you're not showing them shit. You know.
Yeah, it gives you an idea what you're gonna get, and I did check with Adam. I always check with him and say, hey, is it cool for me to show this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
like
psyched.
when I see these guys' art, it just makes me want to go draw more, you know.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and
they're all cartoony. That's why I love it. They're all cartoonists. I would call all those motherfuckers cartoonists, you know. Yes. And I'm like, hey, you're a fucking cartoonist, and they'd be like,
but most comic book artists, comic book artists, we don't see ourselves as artists because we're not the artistes. We're storytellers, and that's where it comes. Like, it's one of the things they've always said: cartoonists at heart, because we all watch cartoons. That's why there's animation in our art.
Yeah,
because it's all about the motion and storytelling. That's one of the things that Kirby and a few others explain, like also in the French comic. Movement. It's all about movement, the illusion of a movement.
Yes.
Always emotion. Like, oh, I got a cool panel. This looks so fucking dope. Yeah, but it's a movement.
One image tells you a story.
Emoting, like what's going on? Is emotion going that way? Are they responding to what's going on?
No, it's like another example I like to give to people. It's like I was never really interested into classical art because it was usually mainly just reproduction. And to me, reproduction is anybody can do it. Okay, that doesn't take away from the fucking
the skill,
the talent behind it, right? Yeah, no, some people will be way better. They know their shit. There's a craft. They own it. Okay, fine. But to me, it's not entertaining, right? To me, it's not something that got my attention. But the moment that I got that, you know, like it was a fucking vase picture with a fucking flower, with a fucking water drop, and within the flower drop, you saw a fucking old lady by a window. And I'm like, holy shit, this is what I like.
Look,
you know, it's the same thing with Frazetta. Like one image tells you an entire story.
Yeah, like that's the main thing for me. Like me.
So, you know, it was showing you the sadness of an old lady in her fucking chair by the window alone by a fucking flower crying.
Yeah. Storytelling.
Telling you she takes care of her flowers. It's fucked up. Image. Like it's
a lot of classical art and a lot of what I hate the term fine art is storytelling. And I always feel like it's a good idea if you're a comic book artist to at least take a look and explore the world of, classical or fine art. I remember being at, I'm a huge fan of William Blake. He was a poet and he was an illustrator, and he would make books by hand and do a little watercolor paintings, and then make I think like copper engravings. I mean, he actually, there's only like eight of each of these books in existence. And I remember being at an exhibit at the Museum of the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, right? They were having a big William Blake exhibit. I was stoked. I was like, oh, hell yeah, right? Went to see it, and I was amazed at how small the paintings and the illustrations were. They were tiny, right? The Great Red Dragon is probably his most famous piece because it's from the Thomas Harris Red Dragon / Manhunter, right? That's the painting that Dollarhide is obsessed with. And I'm there and I'm checking some of this shit out, and there's like two black dudes next to me, and they're like, yo, dig the line work. Yeah, man. And I was just like, fuck yeah. It's like, all that shit doesn't belong to rich people. It doesn't belong to academics. It belongs to the fucking world.
One of the things I got surprised was that you're talking about, the size of their thing and how they work.
Yeah.
Fucking Enki Bilal.
Oh, really?
Do you never see how he works?
No.
Every panel is separated.
Oh, that explains that. Oh,
so some are small, like a 6x9 piece or something. Some are bigger, and it's all like, I'm like, holy shit! And it's all mixed media. Yes, there is.
Shoot that shit to me.
There's on YouTube where you see him work on his fucking thing. It's
drop me that fucking link, homie.
Dude, it
drop
was
me that fucking link.
And it's all like, he goes from like watercolors, aquarelle, this, that, pencils, this, and like, holy shit!
Amazing. That sounds amazing.
And he sells his piece. It's all panels. Then he plans them out with little roughs.
Yeah.
And then he draws them separately in panels.
That's insane. That's fucking amazing. God damn. I wish I could do the shit that you guys could do with your hands, man.
And if you guys don't know Enki Bilal,
so fucking jealous.
Go check it. Like the Monster trilogy, it should be one of your first to start. The Nick and Paul trilogy, also called the Monster trilogy. Check it out.
Yeah, I mean, and then he made that movie, Immortal.
Yeah, Immortal. That's based on the Nick and Paul trilogy, the Monster.
It's good. I enjoyed it. I liked it too.
Especially the fact that he produced the motherfucking thing.
I know, and it looks like one of his fucking comics come to life. Yeah,
and it has that Blade Runner feel to it.
Yeah, that's I enjoyed that movie because I remember thinking like this could be a disaster, and as I was watching the movie, I started feeling less and less nervous, and I was like, no, I think Homeboy's pulling it off.
By the way, Matt, if you don't know what movie we're talking about, it's called Immortal.
Oh, yes,
it's by Enki Bilal. It has to do with. Then the pitch of the story, without ruining anything, is Anubis, the Egyptian god. He's about to be sacrificed because of a crime or something. So he decides that he needs to find himself the woman with the blue hair to have his child.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
And Thomas Kretschmann is like this astronaut who's like saved by like one of these Egyptian gods.
Yep.
From like an explosion or something, and his leg's been blown off, and he just reconstructs his leg.
One leg. He reconstructs it by taking a piece of a rail track.
That's right.
Okay, and he reshapes it to his arm. He goes, I can't move. Makes it that he can make it light enough so he can move, but he also allows him to control him.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. And some of the characters are, but those are the synthetics. Yeah. Which works, right? Yeah. Because they're supposed to be robots.
He was the first one to pull that.
But robots are designed to look human, but there's that uncanny valley thing where it's just like, which was just an interesting concept.
Remember the shark bounty hunter?
Yes. I gotta watch that again. I haven't watched that movie since it first came out. But I remember thinking, it's like, Belial made a fucking movie. Like, what's this gonna be like? And
it was surprisingly fucking good.
It was surprisingly good. It was surprisingly good. Like for some reason, I don't know why I was expecting it to be a disaster, right? Maybe because I thought
usually those movies are like, I'm sorry, when it happens, like, you know, like most of the time that we had those type of like artist creative type of thing going, I'm gonna make my own movie. It happened with fucking Frank Miller and that the Spirit there. That I'm sorry. It's
hot garbage.
Visually, it's interesting. But the movie is really not.
Visually, it's all taken from what Robert Rodriguez taught him in Sin City. Sin City is great, but the thing is, Frank Miller needs to have a Robert Rodriguez hanging over his shoulder. Do you know what I'm saying? There's certain filmmakers, they need to be reined in.
But there's a different.
If they get too self-indulgent, then you get something like The Spirit, which is just. A hard.
Everybody hates that movie.
Movie.
That's the one movie I don't know anybody that likes.
Me neither.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because
it's
and I'm telling you, like, there's certain things you're gonna go, oh, that was cool, but overall, it doesn't go.
Not Will Eisner, Might as well say, hey, Will, get over here, like when him and
you saw you wanted to do good by him, but that movie doesn't. Good.
No, because it's like Sin City. He should have made it look more like the fucking Will Eisner comic. But he didn't do that.
It's a slight different tone, like a cut here of a different tone.
It's very different.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a different tone. Like he could have done it in a Frank Miller like visual aesthetic, but it should have been a different tone, I think.
What can I say? Frank Miller shouldn't be directing movies, although very happy to hear that he's in fucking recovery. We finally know.
No, I love Frank Miller. I think that movie was probably
in recovery from what?
With all the females and all the weird shit, like just a little goofy, Well,
I mean, how Frank Miller hasn't been looking good for a long time. We're thinking cancer.
Yeah,
I was thinking cancer. Also, he was getting a little fucking wacky.
No, he had another disease that made him crouch and all crooked.
Drug addiction, alcoholism specifically. The guy's just destroyed his body with alcohol.
Yeah, I've seen it happen to my family members. It's pretty bad.
That's
a multitude of different family members have been destroyed by alcohol. It could do it.
It wasn't cancer. It wasn't. It turns out that that's all that it's been all this time. It's just been alcoholism.
Yeah, no. If he must have been just pounding like hard alcohol and like it just destroyed like his liver, his body, his insides.
Yeah. And this guy's,
I've seen it happen to my uncle. Even pretty bad.
It's like Sergio Leone, God bless you, but also fuck you for not laying off the fucking sausages and slimming down. And maybe cutting out the fucking cigars and all that shit. We could have gotten so much more great art out of you. And fuck Frank Miller for just like, dude, you're like a cultural treasure. He
transcends
so yourself. Things, you don't get to do that. No, fuck
dude, I'm a huge fan of his.
I love Frank Miller, dude, and like. Fuck all the haters. Fuck all.
Dude, I even like the one that everybody hates. Okay,
Holy Terror? Yeah, I love.
I fucking love Holy Terror.
I haven't read it. That's when I was like, you know what? No.
Dude, the only reason why people are really shitting on it because it was meant to be a Batman, but they got fucking cold feet because he addressed the fucking Islamist fucking attack that happened, and I'm sorry. Yeah. It's not the first time that it was happening in a Batman story that they were gonna terrorists, and it was all about that. The thing is that people were like, "Oh, it's not proper to talk about Islam terrorists anymore." And
I just like his art, dude. Like, I mean, in his different styles, I can't wait, dude. I can't wait to go back and buy his Daredevil shit, dude.
Look,
they should have stuck by their gun. And that would have been a great addition to the Dark Knight Return.
Oh, dude, that would have been sick, bro.
Yeah,
like
but
another chapter.
Here's when he lost me. Here's when Frank Miller lost me. All-Star Batman.
No,
that's when he fucking lost me.
No, I fucking love it. I just want it finished.
He just, I'm sorry. I bought the first issue of that. I'm like, Batman not only just killed two people, there were cops.
They were fucking dirty cop murdering people.
Yeah, I don't have
a problem
with Batman killing.
Yeah, and
I never.
What's your fucking problem?
Batman should not be fucking killing.
No.
Kill
The original Batman killed.
No, Batman can kill.
I know.
Batman's the Punisher.
Dude, Batman killed in
Batman
kills in fucking
Batman's a
Tim
Pulp.
Burton movie. He blows a whole bunch of them up.
Hold on. Here's the thing. Batman may have originally been a killer, but Superman also couldn't fly, right? He could leap tall buildings in a single bound, right? He couldn't fly. Later on, he flies. And that's the definitive version of Superman, right? We can agree that the definitive version of Superman flies. For me, the definitive version of Batman does not kill.
That's just
but there's a hell of a difference between the fact that Superman flying doesn't make him vulnerable or invulnerable to anything. Well, if you take Batman in the real world, he'd be dead.
Of course, we understand that. He's a completely fantastic character. He's a pulp hero, right?
That's the popular canon. People love Superman flying. People love Batman being a fucking ninja that throws stars at people and breaks their legs and puts them in comas.
But doesn't
I don't care if he fucking kills people. But I don't care if he kills people because he was during that pulp era. He can fucking kill people all he wants. I don't give up.
I disagree. I disagree. But
I
then
never
again,
have. Never
like
will. When I was a kid too, the first
is
thing
the only reason why they stopped Batman from doing that shit was for kids.
I'm sorry, I have to get a refill because I have like the cotton mouse from the Fragga J. Give me a second and we'll write this
one of the first images I ever seen was from like Batman Year 2. Was a comic book I seen like an old comic store in my neighborhood, right? Mm-hmm. You know where he has the gun in the holster. You know what I'm talking about, Sim?
Yeah.
And then ever since then I was like, yeah, Batman's got a gun. And then later on, and like I was always like raised on pulp characters because that's how my grandpa and like that's how we were raised, dude. You know, and like Batman like was around at that time, dude, and they all had fucking guns.
Fuck all
like,
y'all.
Dude,
it is what it is, dude.
One of the things that put Batman on the map.
Some fucking motherfucker came in and changed it. I forgot who it was. It was Neil Adams or Danny O'Neill.
Dennis O'Neill.
Hold on. It's a dick move. I understand that, but God damn it, this is my channel. I can fuck with people if I want to. Hold on.
You know, we're just letting you do it, right? So you don't have to say
I know. You're just you're being respectful. But Matt, this one's for you.
Can I tell you something?
What? Fuck you.
I'm gonna be using that so often, man.
Okay,
That's
now we can unmute ourselves.
That's my new
shit. Now I want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Batman was Batman, okay? But Batman, the Batmania did not start until Tim Burton made Batman. And people forget that in Batman #1, he blows up fucking an entire fucking place and kills a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
It's just stupid and gay and dumb.
Okay, it's one of the things that I'm like, he's not going to go out of his way to kill or murder people.
Sorry.
But if he's gonna kick your ass, you're gonna fall down. Okay. He's not gonna risk his life.
This was okay.
I'm just
this
over
is what
it.
I love about this conversation. I have a card I can pull. I
used to love it, but now I'm over it after so many fucking after 30 years of Batman. I'm just like, you know what? I'm fucking over it. He's a pulp ass motherfucker, and you know he kills motherfuckers, and he should. Therefore,
we can all agree. We can all agree that Denny O'Neill was the Bat guy, the Bat dude. Like, he was the guy. Right?
Well, I think
so. Not only writer, but editor on that character for 30 years. Right? He was teaching a class at my fucking local community college on writing comics. And we're having this conversation, like, in the class. And he's there and he's listening to us. And I say, you know, wouldn't it be great if we had, like, an authority on the character somewhere nearby? And we turn to him, and he goes, "Batman does not kill." That's the card.
that's not a card. What the fuck are you talking about? Bill Finger's telling you he does.
He's from like 1944. He's a killing ass motherfucker. World War II era.
Oh, dude, the new shit.
Killing that motherfucker.
The new animated series that's coming out. Have you seen the fucking trailer for that?
Yeah, I'll check it out. I mean, Commissioner Gordon looks like a little tan. If I'm not, you know, I don't know why they keep rape swapping people a little like that much, but
I know.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be woke, a little woke. There's gonna be little wokeisms in there.
We'll
just
see.
like the Batman, and I like the Batman,
and
I like.
Dude, Harley Quinn's gonna be in a relationship with a fucking
Toking
female cop.
Gordon, he was dope, but it's still like, why change? I don't like it when they race swap people. I don't like that.
I don't like when they race swap Jimmy Olsen.
I don't like that. It's dumb. And I like Ninja
but
Batman.
That's Ginger's side. That's Ginger's side.
That's another topic. But I don't know, man. Like, I like it that Batman's a ninja too, but then at the same time, I don't like. It's like I'm like Two-Face. I'm like Harvey and fucking Harvey Two-Face, right? Like there's a part of me that likes personally. There's a part of me that doesn't like the Ninja Batman. There's a part of me that's like likes the fucking I'm gonna blow you away, motherfucker. I'm Punisher, Frank Castle, the fuck out of here. Charles Bronson, fuck off, Batman from Pulp Era Batman.
Hey, look,
like,
you know what?
It's just hard.
Originally, I did not like Batfleck. I did not like Batfleck.
I'm sorry, I love Batfleck. He's the best.
The moment I saw him killing people, I tuned out.
The moment I saw killing people, I was like,
the movie was a disaster. But then I watched the director's cut.
Yeah.
And I had a totally different I had a totally different experience. I was like, damn, I think I like me some fucking Batfleck.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, but there's also the fact that people
Otherworld's character.
The weird thing is people were fucking complaining about the fact that when they see the fucking Dark World thing, he's fucking shooting at fucking soldiers. I'm like, dude, it's fucking war.
It's the end of the world. It's the literal end of the world.
Scene. You're talking about the nightmare scene?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what most people were complaining about.
Turn their planet.
It's life or death.
It's like, hey, imagine Batman in World War II refusing to shoot Nazis.
Yeah. Dude, those are pre what are they called? The guys that come out of the sky and he starts fuck.
No, there's actual soldiers too in the nightmare scene when Superman comes in.
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing that and thinking like parademons.
Those are pre-parademons, and then the motherfucking parademons come down out of the sky at the same time. So those are the pre-parademons in SWAT. So he has to the motherfuckers. And then the other parademons come down. He's got to kill them too.
Yeah, no. Look,
fuck those stupid idiots.
Honestly, I absolutely got converted on Batfleck.
No, man. Like I'm full.
There's some people complaining about the warehouse scene.
If I wrote Batman now, he would be full Punisher. He would kill everybody. Like that would be the.
Like,
I don't give a fuck, dude. He would be straight up fucking. Boom, boom.
I mean, this is what I like about Batfleck.
That's how Batman would be.
This is what I like about
Batman.
Is
all
that
those characters.
What I love about Batfleck is that he is a fallen Batman.
He is.
Right?
Yeah, from the Robin.
And that concept I could work with. And then at the end of Batman versus Superman, which is a fucking mess of a movie in many respects, the whole fucking Doomsday thing I thought was stupid.
That Doomsday thing,
unnecessary.
I didn't like the design, but even if it wasn't
Lex Luthor, horrible.
Again, the design, Lex Luthor and Doomsday, it just hurt me. It hurt. It felt like a kick to the nuts. I'm like, this is not Lex Luthor. Where's Billy Zane? Okay, this is a cave troll. This is not Doomsday. All right, dude, I want to see him in his fucking green wrapped up mummy attire with his goggles. I want to see him punching a fucking wall with the Sparrow right there, like coming through with the little fucking yellow.
What I don't like
ripping through it, and then I want to see Doomsday and all of his fucking glory. Instead I got Doomsday. And
Doomsday was supposed to be part.
That was Doomsday in Harlem.
Grown themselves of General Zod.
Yeah, but that was Warner Brothers that fucked them over.
I know.
Because Doomsday was supposed to be part of the fucking Superman movie after this, right?
And they crammed it all in one.
Yeah, because they wanted to force Wonder Woman in, so they put in fucking.
That's another thing too. Where
and
it's like,
hold on.
You're right.
The thing with fucking fuck, you made me forget his name there. The bald guy.
Lex Luthor?
Lex Luthor. Okay, Lex Luthor. What's the name of fucking Lex Luthor's dad? It's not Lex.
Yeah, I know it's his son, but I don't give a fuck.
It was supposed to be his fucking son.
I know, but
whatever. He still sucks. He's still a rotten villain.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong.
We're dealing with millions of dollars.
It was supposed to
around.
We were supposed to have a Lex Luthor.
If the Joker had been Jason Todd, I actually
but dude, that's the point. You were supposed to have Lex Luthor coming in.
Yeah, you can't fuck with that though. There's too many millions of dollars. You need to have bald Luthor. It needs to be archetypal Luthor. But this is my opinion. Like they needed like a Billy Zane or Bryan Cranston type fucker actor in there.
Right.
I don't want to see his son. It needs to be that. We're dealing absolutes. I need absolute Batman, which we got. I need absolute Superman, which we got. I need absolute Luthor, which we got. We should have had all that.
Clancy Brown. I would even take
Clancy
Clancy Brown.
Brown.
Shave his
No,
fucking
Billy
head.
Zane. I agree with him. Billy Zane would have been fucking dope, dude.
Billy Zane would have been great
And
too.
I love Billy Zane is a fucking great
Put him in
actor.
a-
Like
in a-
I
Yeah,
still,
yeah.
dude, Demon Knights was fucking
The Phantom
good.
was great.
I mean,
Great
I would've-
Phantom was good.
Oh, the Phantom, dude. We just watched that a week
I
ago.
love the Phantom.
But like
I love the
like Billy Zane or you know, Clancy Brown in a Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark fucking Iron Man Mark I suit with kryptonite intact, beating the fuck out of you know, our boy Clark.
I mean, the thing is, those fucking companies should fucking leave the creators of their movies do their fucking magic.
Well,
and let them get judged by the fucking
Fight
creators.
Batman in Batman's armor. Batman has
Warner
his
Brothers,
armor. Lex Luthor has his armor. You could have had
Warner
two guys
Brothers-
fighting in armor. It would have been a dope ass movie. Real simple.
Warner
too.
Brothers don't know what to do with DC Comics. They don't know what to do with the DC.
That's
Fucking
not
idiot.
true.
They don't
That's
know.
not
They don't
true.
know.
Dude, the fucking animated movies are fucking insane.
Oh,
Yeah, they're all right.
remember, that's a different conversation.
That's a different
That's a
conversation. The movies are dope.
completely
The cartoons
different
are dope.
conversation.
Dude, that
That's
fucking
the
Arkham
thing.
thing, like that,
DC
that's
has
what
been
that's what the fucking
killing it for, like,
Suicide
what,
Squad should have
30
been.
years?
Yeah.
With
The
animation?
cartoons are dope. The cartoon movies are dope.
They're amazing.
Yeah,
They're fucking
Not so much
insane.
anymore. I have to say the quality I think has dropped.
Yeah, it is
Okay,
dropping.
they
I
were
think that
fucking
golden
insane.
age is
Yeah.
done, but I have got a fuck ton, literally at least fucking 30 movies
Yep.
of fucking awesome fucking DC
It started going
animation,
bad
man.
after the Dark Knight Return adaptation.
Holy shit!
Hey, what do you guys think of the new Superman suit?
I don't like it.
What do you think, Brian?
Don't care.
You have
I'm
no
so
opinion.
disinvested. I'm just like so
It
disinvested.
looks,
in
it looks like a
love.
shitty fucking costume.
Hey,
to be
you have
quite
no
honest.
opinion, Brian?
It.
Come on,
I
brother.
really don't.
Come on,
'cause
brother. Come on, brother.
I like the fact that it looks old school,
Okay.
right? With the red
That's all you got?
trunks, it looks cheesy.
Dude,
But
just
that's
because
like
they're strong,
fucking
dumb. It looks dumb. It's baggy as fuck.
Yeah,
it looks like a biker. It looks like a biker
movie
suit.
is.
It looks like a fucking motorcycle or fucking
Yeah,
leather
motorcycle
suit.
fucking
It's
biker
stupid as
suit.
Fuck. I'm sorry. And I was gonna put
Um,
something on Twitter like, "Oh, those aren't his wrinkles. Those are his veins." That shit looks fucking stupid.
I didn't take a close. I haven't taken a close look at it.
The color
I
is
did
dope,
see
but it's
it,
just
and I
like
just
it's
went,
252 like a motherfucker. But
Dude,
it's,
I like
they
how
make
Mr.
it look-
Terrific looks.
Dude,
I like how
they
Mr.
make
Terrific
it-
looks.
Yeah,
They make it look like it's
fucking
actual
leather jacket.
clothes. Dude, they make it look like it's actual clothes, like it's actually fucking clothes from a biker suit. But then they put the trunks on it. It's like, dude, you either go one way or the other way.
Trunks are, and the collar, I'm not really crazy about either. I mean,
It's
I,
weird
you know
because
what?
it's like
If
New
they put him
52,
dressed
but
in a
like-
slightly modified version of the
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve costume.
no, it's
You know, I
252.
wasn't crazy about the dark costume for in Man of Steel, but I
Yeah.
love Man of Steel. Like,
Yeah, I
that's
fucking
easily
love
my
Man of
favorite
Steel.
of the live action.
Oh.
Yeah, Man of Steel is one of the best fucking
I love
Superman
me some
movies.
Man
And
of Steel.
again, there,
Oh, fuck.
Superman don't kill. Fuck
I don't give
you.
a fuck. Fuck you, motherfucker. You could fucking
That-
Zod was a fucking monster that would not stop at anything.
no, no.
Yes.
I don't
no,
care.
no, his hand was forced, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
And that
I don't care. That
moment-
movie's dope.
And dude, I love that scene when he's just like,
After he fucking
he hates
kills
his
Zod.
fucking self. Yeah.
The
Yeah, no,
moment
no.
where
That
you
movie's
find
dope.
out,
Fools are hate. I don't care. That was a good movie. That's a good movie.
but also that's an indication of like what the fate of the earth is going to be,
Yeah, it's the
right?
end of the world,
Because
dude.
the fate of the earth is in his hands. He's just killed somebody, and he lets out this
What
anguish.
is Superman,
cry.
dude? What is he supposed to do? He's Superman. You should
Then
know better.
you
He's
know
Superman.
everything's going to be copacetic because he's just been forced to kill, right? There's no
Yeah,
question. He's
no.
been forced to kill, or to let General Zod burn up these fucking people.
For
Right?
me, the only
There's
stupid
one
thing was
for
the Kevin Costner
team.
death scene. That was dumb. The
Yeah,
Kevin
that was
Costner
fucking
death scene was
stupid.
dumb. Everyone knows that's stupid. The Kevin Costner scene was dumb as fuck. Other than that, that movie's gold.
yes.
And I will
Yes,
rewatch
agree.
that movie
I
every
agree.
time that
I
shit comes
agree.
on. It goes, ew, ew.
Yeah,
I
that
I
was
don't, I
fucking
don't like that
stupid.
scene. But other than that movie is gold. The rewatchability on that movie, and
It's
like I
incredible.
fucking normies,
Dude, the
motherfuckers
fight
I worked in the
scenes?
grocery store with, they're like,
The
I fucking love
Smallville
this
fight.
movie.
How many times I've just
Dude,
watched that on
I love
YouTube?
that scene. Like when people are like, you would
People
not
like that
fucking
movie,
lash out.
dude.
Like, dude, one, it's his
People like
first,
that movie.
first fucking outing as Superman.
I can't.
And they go attack
Yeah.
his fucking mom. Dude, that scene was insane.
I love that
Touch
movie.
my
That
mom.
movie's a shit.
Yeah, right.
Even the fight scene with Russell Crowe in the beginning,
Mother.
where he's like, boop, 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 boop. He does that quick combo when you slow it down, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
We didn't
yes,
need that.
Awesome.
We didn't need that. We didn't need
That's
that.
awesome.
Oh, we got it.
That scene
We
is
got
also
it.
my favorite.
He's like,
Is when they're double teaming him. When they're double teaming him,
yeah,
and and he tries flying away, and the giant
Yeah.
grabs him by the cape.
Smallville?
Cape,
Boom.
bang.
Oh, Smallville. Oh, slow that fight down. Slow that
It's
fight down.
really
If
it's
you
a
could
lot
slow
of
it down,
fun.
Insane.
slow it the
It's
fuck
a lot
down.
of fun.
Oh,
It's a
my
lot of
lordy.
fun. Shit getting
So good.
fucking.
Ba-
See, that's what I
way
always
ahead
wanted
of
to
its
see in
time.
a fucking Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
You gotta destroy some
Dude,
shit.
it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
fucking warehouse scene with Batman. Like, dude, that gave me a fucking hard on.
Well, dude,
Right. Or
that's
the
the
dude,
best, that's the best
the
fight
Superman-
scene like ever,
Yeah.
dude. Like
after
after I saw that, it's hard for me to judge a Batman movie. Like I went and watched the Batman, and he does take on 3 gangs in that movie, and he does have 3 fight scenes that are cool.
I
But it's
enjoyed
just
it.
like,
it's
you know,
alright.
and you know what's fucking sad, dude? I don't know if Gunn is going to provide to me. Okay, so all right, you got Affleck right here,
I
right?
don't think
And then
so.
you got fucking Pattinson right here. I don't know if Gunn is going to provide what Pattinson did. Okay, that's second place tier. Affleck's up here, Pattinson's right here with his fights in the
Well, what
fucking
they're saying-
Batman movies.
What they're
Pattinson
saying-
beats out everybody other than Affleck. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
But
look.
the thing is, I don't know what Gunn is going to do other than that, dude. It's going to be hard. There's 2 more
if I'm not
fucking. There's 2
mistaken-
more Pattinson movies. There's 2 more, dude.
I
You
didn't
know what I
even
mean?
watch
So
the
I
If
don't
I'm
know.
not, I'm pretty sure that they've come out and said that there's going to be the James Gunn verse, and then there's going to
there
be
is.
like the Elseworlds, like the
Yes.
Joker franchise.
Oh,
and
you know, there's
that
going to be
Pattinson
the
I
evidence,
Reverse.
didn't even
guess,
watch.
will
I
be
didn't even
one
watch
of
the
those.
first The Batman with Patterson.
Yeah,
Well,
there's going to be the
universe,
Reverse and the
I
Gun
think.
verse.
It's going to be,
Gun
yeah,
verse. Yeah, 100%.
yeah, that's fine.
But I don't know if fucking
They're not
if Gunn's going to
dummies.
bring the
They can do
action.
that.
If Gunn doesn't bring the action in the first movie, I'm going to be checked out. He's going to have Damian in there too. So it's going to be the Batman with Damian. So
I
he's
love
going
Damian
to
Wayne.
hire.
I think Damian Wayne's a fucking fantastic character.
Love Damian Wayne. But he better bring the action, dude. He better bring that fucking Schneider action. He's got to bring the Schneider action, or at least the Reeves action, dude. Because Reeves got it. He got it right there. There's a lot of good shit about the Reeves movie, and there's a lot of fucking stupid shit about the Reeves movie too. All right,
Yes.
It's 50-50
Yes.
with that, as far as I'm
Yes.
concerned.
Yeah. Because there was a creative disagreement that happened while they were making that. The people that were making the movie, Richard Donner and Mario Puzo, you know, the guy who wrote The Godfather, they were making one movie. The Sal kinds of producers, they wanted another movie. They wanted something campier.
Yeah.
And so what they did was they fired those 2 and replaced them with the guy that directed the Beatles movies. And there is a Richard Donner cut of Superman 2, which is great.
And it's fucking good.
I heard about that.
Except it ends with the ending of the first Superman movie, which is one of the dumbest endings of all time.
Yep.
Because Superman can now, there's literally nothing he
Rewind
can't do.
time.
He can
My
move
favorite movie
time
is Superman
back.
4.
He's God.
Um,
And Mario Puzo was like, I'm out. I'm
You know-
out.
You know what's weird about the new Superman movie? When I see the suit, I have to tell myself in my head, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's just his armor. His armor's baggy.
You know what?
For me to get into it, I have to tell myself that his armor is baggy.
I'm just checked out. I cease to give a shit. If it comes out, it's going to be like X-Men 97, right? I have zero interest in it. I suddenly hear people saying, yo, if you watch that, it's really dope. You should watch that. And then if like the voices become incessant, I'll check it out. Otherwise,
Like X-Men 97.
Exactly. Right.
That shit was dope. I like
but
it.
otherwise, I'm fucking checked out. Right. So, but what?
We'll see though, dude. Because like, to be honest with you guys,
yeah.
When they were filming like Captain America 3 Civil War, there was some scenes where like behind the scenes with Black Panther where he had a baggy suit like that, right? And then they tightened it up. So, but I don't know if they're gonna do that with this movie.
Because those are and
I don't know if I could go in my head canon, right, and be like, oh, well, that's his baggy armor suit from Krypton. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could go in my head and be like Dean Cain and this fucking dude from Teen Wolf that plays Superman on Lois and Clark, or Clark and Lois, has a better suit than the movie guy.
See, your
right?
problem, Matt, is Soul hasn't been told.
What?
Do you know what I'm saying? I am just so used to being disappointed.
Your story hasn't been told yet.
Ceased to give a shit. You still give a shit, and that's a good thing.
No, Brian.
I'm just
I don't give a shit either. The thing is, my bar has been set so low that I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Look, if the new Superman comes out, I'll watch it. I don't know if I'll go to the movies to see it.
I don't know, dude. I really liked the Snyder Superman, Man of Steel.
Yeah, that movie.
I cannot stand what they did with the fucking TV show. That guy doesn't look like a fucking Superman.
Well, he has the goat eyes. He
looks like a fucking retard in Superman. Like,
split like that.
He's not minty fresh enough. He's not minty fresh. That's why Cavill was so perfect. He has
better suits. He has better suits, right, Sam? He has better suits, right?
I like his suits. Okay, yeah.
His suits are better than this guy. At least they fit him.
Yeah,
they're not fucking. Right? I've never watched the fucking show, but I'll tell you, his suits fit better. And I don't like that this guy's wearing. Whenever this motherfucker says,
"Sweet child," you still care. Sweet summer child, you still hold that hope in your heart that like shit can maybe be.
No, dude, there's a difference between caring for a fucking movie or the producer or whatever.
I know.
Then loving a fucking character. To me, Superman is fucking Superman.
Yeah, dude.
Like he's one of my all-time favorite fucking characters. So was Batman and X-Men.
Yes.
I'm also a fucking. I used to fucking love Flash comic too, Flash and Green Lantern.
Oh, really?
So, dude, to me those characters are very like my iconic top fucking American comic characters. They're close to my heart.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying, man. Like it's hard for me not to, like I'm really tipping on that like thing where like I want to write a superhero comic, and I have two lined up, but I'm trying. It's not.
I don't know if I want. That's a genre that like I have zero interest in, but I'm not saying no.
Well, the thing is, mine are steeped in horror. But the thing is, it's like they're always in horror. It's always gonna be in horror and metal.
Right.
But it's like, do I want to go there yet? And it's just man, I'm like really.
Well, Holland is kind of a hero. It's kind of a superhero, but it's more like a Marvel Monsters hero, right? Or the Demon from Jack Kirby, that kind of a thing. Yeah. I mean, I tried to make him as original as possible, but he wears his influences on his sleeve. But I'm taking a little bit from here, a little bit from there, and hopefully making something that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
I have an idea that like I've been kicking around for about 10 years, and I told my ladies, my father-in-law, God rest his soul, and he was like, "No, that won't fucking work," and it was like a real down-to-earth concept, no one's ever thought of it, and I'm just like, damn, dude, I really want to do that, and it's a super kind of like Superman type fucking story, you know what I mean? It's with the cape and the city and and all that shit. No one has ever fucking done it, and it's kind of mixed with like the Max a little bit and kind of an internal.
Well, I still think that there's a lot to be mined from the superhero genre. Yeah. But it's not on my list. It's not on my list with like a sword and sorcery comic. You know what I'm saying? I hate Kung Fu comic.
And it's got to be in color. If I do it, it has to be in color because the character I have, he has to be colored because he can't just be black and white. I mean, he'll look cool, but it.
I got to tap out. The Fragga J has gone to my brain. But a joy fucking chatting with you, sexy motherfuckers.
You too,
man. Matt, tell people where they can find you, funky ass.
If you guys want, you could find me on my channel at Metal Movies and Brewskis. I do reviews there. Every now and then I'll have people come on, they'll talk about their books. And if you guys want, you could check out my books. It's a horror western. It's called Butch Cleaver. It's a little bit of a dark fantasy, and I have my books up at the link in the chat. And it's butchcleaver.com, and this is them right there. It's Butch Cleaver 1 and 2. Yeah, you can get those, and it's 2 graphic novels, and it's about a butcher who gets killed. He's brought back to life by a voodoo curse.
And that shit will arrive today. mean, not today, but yeah, he gets those books out to you promptly.
Yeah, like within a day or two. So like with my current schedule, and I have a post office around the corner. So again, I'm a new creator. I'm still learning. I've been doing it for a few years, but I'm still new. So
and we all are.
I love my books. I'm proud of them, and hopefully you guys will be entertained by them.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, you got it, man. And Puritanian's looking fucking sweet, bro. I mean, it's just one page, but the page is dope. Like, it made me feel good when I saw it. I was like, all right, I think this is gonna work. What you got there, Sim? What you got?
I got Telso Universe 2 here, the proof copy, which, as you can see, it's really big.
Oh,
and
man.
it doesn't fit in a regular bag and board, so this is the silver age size.
Nice.
Oh, it's giving me a hard on.
So it's really big and thick.
Nice, dude. That's fucking nice big fat book. 120 pages, did you say?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's sick.
The Bisley back cover.
The Biz, nobody.
I love that cover.
Biz.
And look at the interior. Oh, I had to open on that.
Nobody beats the Biz.
Oh, double page spread.
Oh, that's sick, dude. I can't wait to get that book. Can't wait.
Aw, shit.
So excited for that shit.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, boy. So some
Love
Jack
that.
Kirby shit going on there. Fuck yeah. And Drew Day.
Mm-hmm.
Very fucking cool, dude.
I'm just waiting on the printer because right now there was a little problem with it. That I like to joke around saying that Nadverse 2 is so badass it broke the printer. they have to get a few pieces changed, right? So because there was a little problem in the paper warping type of thing, so they're getting that fixed. So then they're going to
awesome.
And there's also this available on the campaign.
Oh yeah, the Preston.
This is
awesome.
my little ash can. Right?
Nice.
With a nice little ink slayer thing in the back.
Oh yeah, boy.
And this is where you get the wordless sample of the next book of Nat.
And bro, you're fulfilling, right?
But as soon as I get my prints, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You're gonna go in demand after you fulfill?
Right now, my campaign's already in demand, but I'm probably gonna be closing it.
You should do a Kickstarter.
I had one a while back, but I'm thinking of actually doing a second chance campaign when I'm done.
Why not?
Nice. Okay.
Why not, dude?
Because the other campaign was not really a second chance campaign; it was more a relaunch, right?
Right. Yeah.
The Kickstarter had this, and a lot of people did not know because they saw the previous version of it, and I remade it. If you look at this,
nice.
There's also the naughty version of it.
Yeah. You better be fucking sending me the fucking European version. That's what I call it. It's the European version.
Well, that's what I was thinking of sending you. Like when you said like any type of variant, I'm gonna probably send you that one.
Like in softcore pornography in the 90s, like they would have like two versions of the movie. There'd be like the regular cut and then the European cut.
We also have, like usual, we have the sketch covers.
Nice.
We have this one that a lot of people like. I'm probably just gonna have 5 left of this.
Bitchin'. Very, very cool.
And then this is another cover that was not available in the campaign, other than the print, right? So I'm printing extra 100 copies of this.
Nice.
Alien.
I'm thinking of maybe doing the second chance campaign or something. But this is the only thing that nobody is gonna have except me.
It's fine. It's fine.
The limited covers.
Yeah.
Other than this one.
Yeah.
They're all 25 copies or less.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not printing that much extra. This one I'm printing 5 extras because I sold 26, right? So I'm printing 30 of those. The Allen cover, there's only 15. I'm printing only 15 just to fulfill. That's it. That's all. There's the ones that were sold and the one that's going to Allen.
Okay. That's awesome.
The other ones are all 25, 25, 25. Except the main cover, which is the main fucking cover. I'm printing 250 of that one and 100 of this.
All right. dudes, brothers, thank you for fucking showing up and hanging out. I appreciate y'all. You know that. Everybody that's watching, shit, we went for 4 fucking hours. God damn it! I wanted to talk to you guys after, and now I'm like too fucked up. I'm gonna get something to fucking eat. God damn it!
This is one of my favorite current comics going around.
Oh.
If you haven't grabbed this yet, check it out. Deadpool, Wolverine, World War III. It's got Adam Kubert and Joe Kelly, and I'm really enjoying this.
Nice.
I see Pops in the chat. Do you want to take us out, dude, or should I? Or am I hitting a button? It's my mouse is just hovering over that. Okay, so next week, do you want to do the Brood, or would you rather? I can throw other choices out there.
I'm still waiting for Lucky Luke.
Okay, all right.
No, I'm joking.
Whatever's good, brother. I don't care.
Yeah, but did we do the good, the bad, and the ugly? Because I know you did Fistful of Dollars.
Yes. If I can find a version that's like on the YouTubes, yeah.
Let's close this fucking trilogy.
Yeah, that sounds good. And it has been at least a year since I watched it.
And
It's
horror,
one of those movies I have to watch
did we do Jason
once a year? For sure.
Did we do Jason
It
X?
never gets old.
No.
It's like one of the dead. It doesn't get old.
Brian, we didn't do Jason X.
Oh, we could do Jason X. We could do
If
that.
it's available, I know you like to.
Technically, it's for.
Watch it.
I always like to bring it. I mean, it's kind of mainstream. That's one of the things of why I like to take movies that are like under the radar, right? That people are maybe sleeping on, right?
That's why I'm suggesting Jason X. That's why I'm suggesting Jason X, because a lot of the fucking people don't even know about it.
Okay, all right, we could do that.
I'm serious. Like when I say Jason went to,
I got that.
A lot of people are like, I don't know.
All right. If I'm overruled, I'm overruled.
And you're the one that got me to watch it, saying that it was
it's
one
fun.
of the ones.
I'm not gonna do. I am not going to. I am not going to disagree because that is
and watch it, and it's not one
has been watched since I've seen it. Or the YouTubes. Let me see, because I know that that's a Paramount.
Let me know which one you want, because you told me you wanted the Metal Valkyrie cover. So if you want one of those boobs out cover, let me know.
Your choice entirely. I'm too fragged out.
You told me.
God damn.
You told me you want the boobs out. I'm talking to Pops in the chat.
Damn, this shit fucking strong these days. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Spank the like button, spank the subscribe button, ring a ding dong dong, the bell for notifications. And until we see you next week, peace, love, and